I believe you are quite aware the situation has changed since last we spoke.
The truth is still the truth, and a bargain is still a bargain.
And Mayor Cermak is now deceased.
Yes. What does that have to do with our contract?
I do not recall signing a contract with you, Mr. Heller.
We had a verbal agreement. I'm sure my uncle here will attest to that.
Nathan, please. You're being most rude.
But Dawes reacted just as I knew he would.
Lewis, as a family man, I quite understand your position. As for you, young Mr. Heller, you should not have spoken to the papers of this. It was a breach of confidence.
Nothing was said of our arrangement being a confidential one. Besides which, I was in fact discreet.
How so?
I didn't tell the reporters why I was offered the job at the fair. Void our deal, sir, and I'm going to be put into an embarrassing light. I will have to inform the press of your involvement.
This reeks of blackmail, young man.
It reeks of business. Our arrangement is binding in my view, and if you feel differently, I'll be noisy about it.
Nathan.
I'm not a big wheel like you, General, but us little wheels can get good and goddamn squeaky when we don't get our grease.
My secretary will have contracts ready for you to sign this afternoon at 4. Please return and sign them. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
The night is calling, the drinks are poured, movies on the screen, inhibitions at the door. Rips and reels, the stories they unwind. Witness the madness in their twisted minds. Burnett and Parker, Burnett and Parker. Crank up the sound, it's party time. Midnight metal, midnight metal.
Yeah, it's time for some midnight metal. You know how it goes. If you're feeling metal tonight, this is the place you want to be. I'm wearing a collared shirt and glasses. How metal can I get? Pretty effing metal, let me tell you. But that's why I bring somebody who's way more metal than me. Mr. Dave Parker's here. Dave, how are you? Are you feeling metal? Does that mean
Feeling
yes
good,
or no?
Rob?
Yes or no?
I'm feeling good, Rob. I'm glad to be here. It's another Saturday night where we don't have anywhere else to be except with all of you. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty fun. I was going to suggest trying to do this last weekend, but you were
In San Diego.
still, you were still surviving Comic-Con. You survived. Which Comic-Con was this now for you?
37. By the way, I can
37.
hear myself on your... I don't know why.
I don't know either. You're muted. I mean,
I can... Oh, no, now I can't.
oh, okay.
No, it's gone. Yes, listen, you know what? Before we do anything, I would like to give a shout-out to actor Vincent Pastore, who played Big
Cheers.
Pussy Bumpstero. He passed away today at 80, and he was one of the stars, one of my cast members of True Noir, the assassination of Anton Cermak. And it was a real thrill to direct him and have him as part of our cast. He was very supportive, and he really had a good time, and was very complimentary to me, which meant a lot. So here's to you, sir. May you be roaming the greener pastures of creation, and you will be missed.
Quite a legend in his own right. Definitely has a great legacy.
Yeah, really does. And I was very fortunate to work with him. So
We've lost a lot of people recently.
yeah, we really have.
Heavyweights from Sam Neill. There was a spat of Sam Neill and who now I'm trying to remember who else that big ones. So yeah, very, very, very.
I mean, it's
that's look. It's life, right? We're all going to be facing the Reaper's blade.
No, it's true. I mean, one of the great things about doing True Noir, even though it was just an audio drama, was I did get to work with a lot of people. I got to work with Bill Sadler again. I got to work with David Strathairn, who I've always been a huge fan of. Barry Bostwick was a favorite of mine. People like Katie Sackhoff, even C. Thomas Howell. I mean, my cast was really impressive, and I really enjoyed doing that. But, you realize that all these people you've been watching your whole life. And, I really hope I can make another movie, We do have the True Noir film script that's set. The audio drama is set in 32 and 33, but the film script, which I just got a new draft of based on a few notes I'd given to Max, I think it's terrific. I hope we can get it off the ground in 2027 because it's a great story. So hope I can do that. And again, work with a number of great people that I've always wanted to work with. So.
Yeah, no, that's great. And yeah, one of the young actress from Godzilla vs. Kong.
She passed away.
Passed away in a car accident.
And Glenn Hansard, the from Once, the great musician, died.
Yes. Yeah.
And was it a motorcycle crash?
I think so.
Yeah. That was unexpected. So yeah, we've been losing a lot of very talented people.
I know, sad, and relatively. I mean, Sam Neill notwithstanding, relatively youngish people. But they all. I guess we're lucky because we do all know them. They've all left their mark, and I mean, I think nowadays you start sort of thinking about that more and more of like. What's the mark you're going to leave? More than like, oh, what can I collect this week, or what can I get this week, or see this week? It's like, I don't know how it is for our audience. And it's funny because Midnight Metal covers so many things with us, and it started out with you reacting to Zack Snyder's Justice League in a way, and then of course I hijacked it into being more about music and stuff. But again, all these things, and it ties into our main topic. All these things are so important to us. I mean, it's amazing. I don't know if I know anyone who isn't really affected by the arts that much, who's that practical, that that in some form, either music or books or movies or something, isn't inspiring them in some way. And it's just when you really think about, I mean, it's the thing that you're always told when you make something and it doesn't go the way you want and stuff. And someone goes, remember, that's going to be someone's favorite thing. And you go, nah, come on. But
dude, I've even met people that love arcade.
Right.
There's people that love,
it just hits them in the sweet spot. And that's what's, kind of amazing, that, and I guess it's more in me now. And I think because we've talked more about this more, I think a little bit is about like, okay, well, besides the drunken buffoonery that we show on here, what's our mark going to be? Are we going to leave a mark? Are we going to leave a mark that has a lasting impact on people? And it's kind of interesting. Well, and I guess it's not really for us to quantify. It's really up for other people to quantify.
Well, it's interesting. I've always had whenever somebody doesn't like me and they want to throw back something in my face, they'll try and diminish my career somehow. Right. And the funny thing is, I think what people don't understand is, from my perspective, a kid living in Seattle, growing up, loving all this stuff, I've done so many things that I've loved doing. Like, I wanted to be a cross between Stanley Kubrick, David Cronenberg, and John Carpenter. That was maybe with a little Kurosawa thrown in. So that didn't quite come to pass. But, Kurosawa never worked on the Lord of the Rings special features, extended version special features, and nor did they spend 3 years working on Star Trek: The Next Generation and Enterprise, interviewing every single person that we could get a hold of to tell us how Star Trek was made.
Right.
And so while those things might not be sexy and I'm not like a big pop culture, I'm not a Christopher Nolan or somebody like that, from my perspective, as I would call myself maybe a professional fanboy, I've had a lot of fun. We've traveled all over the world. We've lived in different countries. We've worked on giant movies. Just before I came on this show, an hour ago, I did an interview with the costume designer on Spider-Man Brand New Day. and talk with her. She was also the costume designer. Dude, you know what she was the costume designer of? Blade. The original Blade. So I was talking to her about setting the tone. She also worked on Star Trek Insurrection, and she worked on most of the Fast and the Furious movies. I said, you realize Fast 5 is Citizen Kane of the Fast and Furious franchise. And she was just, I just did that just tonight. So I got to have a conversation about making the perfect Spider-Man costume, which everybody will be able to see. But, I would say how many people have to do that tonight on planet Earth? For the 8 billion people on this planet, do you know how many people interviewed the costume designer of Spider-Man Brand New Day? One person. So I know for the 8 billion people, now most people don't care, but for me as a consummate fan of cinema since I was a kid, if you told me that I would have banked over 100 interviews with some of the greatest costume designers who've worked on some of my favorite movies over the last 50 years, if you told me that when I was like 12, I would have said, no way. Now, a lot of people just don't care. So they're not going to give me any credit for doing it. But from my perspective, to be able to interview Academy Award winners or multiple Academy Award winners about their end of the craft, for me, it's incredible. It's incredibly fascinating. So I can't complain.
This is all part of the Marilyn Vance podcast, correct?
Yeah.
Which I didn't look. Forgive me, I didn't know, and you got to tell me because I'm certainly behind on listening to that podcast. But does Marilyn Vance ever talk about Streets of Fire?
By the way, I'm echoing. Now
it's when see,
I see.
What I do, Rob, is when you're talking, I mute myself.
We should wear headphones.
Well, no, I mute myself so I don't talk over you.
Oh, you should talk over me. Don't mute yourself. No, because it echoes.
Anyway,
no.
Okay. Anyway, but has she ever talked about Streets of Fire?
Dude, not only have we talked about Streets of Fire, she at one point was getting me the leather. She was going to make me Michael Pere's duster from Streets of Fire.
I don't know if I want that more or if I want, Raven's leather.
Raven Shattuck's, leather.
Raven Shattuck's leather overall.
I mean, okay, I'll tell you. So
actually his jacket, though. At the end, that fucking leather jacket with the big, that thing's fucking badass.
When I got to meet her, when I talked to her, I met her through John Campia. And when I said I met her, I'm like, are you the Marilyn Vance? And she was like, what do you mean? And I said to her, I go, Eurotrash terrorists would not know how to dress if you hadn't already dressed them in the original Die Hard. And and then we talked about Streets of Fire. I talked to her about Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I'm like, that two-tone leather jacket that Ferris Bueller, and the fact that I was bringing up things she'd done 40 years ago. Mm-hmm. And she's like, we do a podcast. You should host it. And it was so weird and surreal because remember she was Marilyn Vance for a while. Then she was Marilyn Vance Straker,
right?
And I mean she was totally in with Joel Silver, and she did all of those cool movies. And then through her, I got to do multiple streams with people like Ellen Moroznik, who did she was the costume designer on Basic Instinct. So spilling all the tea, the stuff that I've been able to do, hanging out with. Or, everybody from like Daniel Orlandi, who started working with Bob Mackie, the legendary Bob Mackie. I mean, just talking to these people has been if that's all I did in my career was do Designing Hollywood, I still would have, the 12-year-old me would have been really excited.
And let me ask you, is that your podcast or is that Campia's podcast? Who owns it?
No, it's Marilyn Vance's podcast.
So you could now, with her permission, create a Designing Hollywood book.
Well, it's funny that you're saying that because we are. So
it should be.
I've been writing this Star Trek book, and it started downloading repurposing some of my Robservations. I did this after show about Picard, and that's how it started, using those transcripts and turning it into book form. Then I started writing it, and I'm going to do the same thing with all of my Designing Hollywood interviews. And, you know, the problem is doing that book, you have to go through all the studios to get permission to use stills and behind the scenes stuff and all that, because they're testy about all of it. But yeah, you could do a brief, I mean, you could do a coffee table book. It'd be fantastic.
I mean, she and all the people that you interview must have thousands of photos, hundreds of photos from each production already that could be used of the creation of these things and everything else, which has got to be, to me, see, that's, you know, in a book form, when you really see what goes into making a costume, it's way more interesting than going and seeing, oh, here's a gown from Gone with the Wind in a museum.
Right. Yeah.
It's just not as exciting. It's like,
it's so much fun to talk to these people. I mean, you know, loving the art of cinema, my whole life, just like you have. I mean, we have so much. Look, I'm really proud to host Rob G's Icons of Fright podcast on the channel. We've done 20 some odd episodes of it, and some of the people they've got on there, like hearing William Malone, you know, the director of Creature, talk, and having Howard Berger from K&B. That was really great. Not many people listen to that podcast, unfortunately,
which is insane, because they're really great conversations, and they're candid.
They're so good. The conversations are so good. Michael Felcher of Red Shirt Pictures was the new one, you know, talking about physical media. And I'm astonished. They do such a good job. And I'm, again, proud to the channel is, you know, hearing from people that really work, you know, even being able to call Bryan Singer and have him call back and talk about the, you know, the movies he's worked on, you know, during that Superman show, and to help out promoting his new movie Monument, and knowing the Pierce brothers.
Yep.
You know, and seeing, I got to see a cut of The Wretched Devours, and really it's a lot of fun. You'll love it. It's a lot of fun, and I made a suggestion that they seem to have taken, about the whole opening of the movie, that they seem to have taken to heart. And you know, it's nice to be able to, and Brett's he's been watching this show for a long time, and to see, you know, to me, first of all, those two guys are the nicest guys in the world, and they were really supportive when Tango Shalom came out, and to see them, you know, they have some great stories about things they got involved in that didn't happen, and how frustrating. Like, I don't think people understand, like, when you've made a movie and it comes out like The Wretched during the time of the pandemic or whatever, it makes a lot of money, you still have to go. Every meeting you go to, everyone looks at you like you didn't do something. Like, you've gotten into a meeting because you made a movie that made money, that people like. And you'd think that, like in the old days, you would get to somebody would say, well, what do you want to do next? And you would get to go do it. And, you know, it took them 5 years to get 6 years to get The Wretched Devours. Everything they tried to get off the ground, they couldn't get off the ground. So they went back and they produced it themselves. You know, and it's got some killer physical makeup effects in it. Some really great. The Wretched does devour.
There definitely seems to be a return to doing practical effects. I get why, because it's like so much of what we see these days is so artificial. I mean, most people would, like, say the backrooms would have done the giant, you know, just CG. And no, they got an actor and they put him in a suit.
Yeah, and you know, I got to tell you, I saw that movie. I went back and saw the re-release, the Everything Must Go version. That movie's really good. It's a lot better. I mean, I know it's not a lot of people's cup of tea, but for what it is, and Kane Parsons really cutting his teeth, Kane Pixels, doing those backrooms videos, that film is really effective in doing what it's doing. I mean, you know, maybe liminal horror isn't for everybody, but I between that and what Curry Barker, you know, did on Obsession, I've gone back and watched all of his shorts, and he wasn't somebody that just came out of nowhere. I mean, him and his buddy put in a lot of work making these comedy shorts and making their films that they did. So, you know, it's the natural extension of seeing. I'm just surprised. And then, of course, you've got the Philippou brothers who did Bring Her Back and Talk to Me and cutting their teeth. It's really cool.
And you know, undertone You got
Undertone?
Hokum.
Hokum.
You have all these.
I just got Oddity from France on 4K.
That's cool. But you have all these smaller films that are really interesting and doing well. And
Markiplier doing Iron Lung.
People are going to them, and that's the important thing. I think what it's showing is, regardless of Spider-Man being like the juggernaut that it is right now, that people are showing that they're interested in other things now besides just the big movies. Yes, of course, they're always going to command the really big dollars, but the fact that these movies are doing so well.
I have to say I've gone pretty much seen a double feature every week this entire year. And I've seen a lot of movies. I've seen, I thought Leviticus was great. Really scary and very effective and interesting. But what's been interesting is to see, like, at that. So I saw Spider-Man at 1:00 on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at the Irvine Spectrum. The theater was packed. Everybody was excited. My audience, aside from the dude bro sitting right next to me, he was a friend. It was like, his commentary was just embarrassing. It's like, why are you here? Like, no one's here to watch you, dude. You're not impressing anybody. And even your friend kept turning to me and apologizing. But it was all right. But the audience.
How do you mean his commentary?
Well, he was just saying, he was laughing at things like MJ, like, just he was giving a commentary like it was Mystery Science Theater 3000, but people were so annoyed with him that he shut up for the most part. But it's like, here's my thing. If you live on the West Coast and you're wearing a T-shirt of some kind and you have a gold chain that you're wearing that's over your T-shirt, get out of town, man. Get the fuck away from me. But
he was gangster.
Yeah, no, he wasn't, because gangsters would have funnier and better, wittier things to say. But the audience loved it. They were so with that movie, and I was surprised at how great Spider-Man really was. Have you seen it yet?
I have not. I'm seeing it Monday.
Oh, right.
We can talk about it because
I won't do any. I was really surprised at how. First of all, it all of the other Spider-Man movies. I mean, you got Doctor Strange and and all the villains and multiverse and Tony Stark and all this. This was the first time. Like, if this was Marvel's first Spider-Man movie, obviously no one remembers who Peter Parker is, and so you've got that. But I loved everything about this movie. I was completely emotionally involved. This was surprisingly emotional. And there's a lot of people that I really think that people now are like, even in the movie pundit space, they're no longer watching movies. They're looking at how they're going to assess them on their YouTube channels. And I think that people have forgotten, and what they'll do is they're pulling out tropes and like, well, this is really two movies. This movie ends and it's new movies. And I'm like, no. I think people need to start to learn. I will say, people are not watching movies properly. They're not sitting back and letting the movie wash over them. They're too busy worrying about comparing and contrasting this to that, and how does this fit in the pantheon of Spider-Man movies? And it's like, just watch the movie, man. Just watch the movie.
They forgot they forgot the process of enjoying movies, which is the majority of the country, which is why I think most of the people online talking about movies kind of have their heads up their ass, because what they're really talking about, because a lot of them are talking about as if they've made movies, as if they know better because they've read a comic book and they know, because they like the character a lot and everything, they know what should be done, as if any of them has any real clue what it's like to navigate studio and company politics and producers and everything else.
Well, everyone thinks they don't know that.
And then test audience reactions that can have a major effect. It's just sort of like, just shut up and enjoy the movie. But again, if they did that, then they're putting themselves at risk, because then they don't have, what are they going to say? I mean, how are they going to pontificate about, this, where it's like, well, enjoy the movie. I mean, I'm way more guilty of, like, perfect example, like going to a murder mystery. I'll just sit there and watch it, and I'm not trying to figure it out. I'm just enjoying the movie. I'm not trying to figure out.
You're there for the ride.
Who done it? I'm just there. And either it's going to work on me or it's not, as far as the movie goes. But the funny thing is, you said that you were surprised how emotional it was, but the last one was very emotional. There were some incredibly emotional. There's the death of Aunt May. There's the meeting of the 3 Spider-Men, and then the end, and saying goodbye to them, but then saying goodbye to Ned and MJ and everything.
Right?
There's a lot of emotion going throughout that movie.
But what you were describing is internal Spider-Man universe emotional stuff. I would say that this movie leapt beyond that and was dealing with universal feelings. Like, it brought up feelings about my own life.
Okay, gotcha.
And
that probably stems from everyone forgetting him and him still interacting with these people, I'm guessing. Partially.
Yeah, but also I don't want to tell you what it is, but there's an incredibly resonant emotional sequence near the end of the film that where 3 characters interact in an interesting way. And I was surprised, and I will say this, my part of it has to do with my younger sister died in October, and there's a plot element that's similar that has something to do with that, and I have been surprised at, when I've watched movies that have touched on losing people that are near and dear to you, I find myself crying and get emotionally. I've never been an emotional movie watcher, but movies do get to me. But I've found that a lot of movies this year have brought tears to my eyes, more so than any year. And it's not just because I'm seeing more movies. And I think that, the thing about a movie like Spider-Man is they're bringing in what they want from a Spider-Man movie. And that's not wrong. Everybody's got something different. Everybody's come to this. Here, Spider-Man is literally a character that's been for 60 plus years. Spider-Man has existed in many forms, and it means a lot of things. And I think he's the most accessible and the most human of all. He's the proxy for all of us. Like, I look at Thor and I don't think that's me on screen. No, but Peter Parker is somebody that we all can. He kind of stands in for all of us. And it's easy for us to project ourselves. If I was in the situation Peter Parker was in, how would I react? And there is a lot of really well, Destin, the director, he crushed this movie. It was really, the John Watts is good too, but this film, he made Short Term 12, which a movie I really liked. He brought a lot of his indie sensibility to this film, and it really felt, it's much more grounded. There's not a lot of alien apocalyptic stuff in it or multiverse shenanigans, and it was very personal, and I found it very affecting, and I really enjoyed it. And it's funny like these Spider-Man movies are, and it's really, and Tom Holland is the best he's ever been in this film. Everybody was great in it. And Jacob Batalon, Ned, he was great. He's turned into a fantastic actor, and every scene in the movie that he's in is gold. So, and the relationship with Punisher and Spider-Man is great. They've to know that they've known each other in real life for over a decade they really brought that to the screen. And of course, MJ and Tom Holland now being a married couple, their frisson between one another. It's just a delightful movie all the way around. Is it perfect? I don't think it's perfect. It's not. When I think of a perfect movie, I think of Raiders or Back to the Future or Alien or Jaws. It's not that perfect because there's a lot going on in the movie, but it's really entertaining. It leans more toward that Back to the Future perfection than a lot of the Marvel movies have lately.
Okay.
That's my way of saying that without giving specific spoilers. I mean, people, it's so interesting when people are, like, to me as a Marvel Comics fan, and I'm surrounded by thousands and thousands of pages of comics, omnibus format comics. I love the X-Men. And I don't think it's telling tales out of school that Sadie Sink is.
What? I haven't seen it. I don't know anything. I stopped listening to people when they bring up.
Okay, well, let's just say
that she might be someone.
Yeah, let's just say she's but
no,
people want to they want to go back to comic book continuity, and it's like, look, the MCU is an adaptation of the Marvel universe. And it like Age of Ultron is nothing like the Age of Ultron comic.
Civil War is very different.
Civil War is very different, but Winter Soldier is closer. But they do and they have to put their own spin on things because it's the real world, it's not the comic realm. So when people are like, well, this isn't exactly how it happened in the comics, I'm like, yeah, but now they're adapting it for the MCU, and they're going to, of course, change things. But you have to understand it's its own continuity. And when people get caught up.
Yeah, I've always been curious about that because it's like, why do you want, it's like, the funny thing is, for a large part, say, for example, a lot of the DC animated movies are doing very faithful adaptations of the comic books.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are very good. Then you get something like The Killing Joke and not so good. I actually like a lot of them, and I like a lot of the things that they do, and they take chances on and swing, and I think those are really cool. And they've got Nightfall as a 2-parter coming out, 2 or 3-parter coming out.
Yeah, it's a 3-parter.
So, but then, if that's the case, then why isn't every comic book fan flocking to those, and watching those and going crazy about those? So to me, I never understood why. It's like, well, you've read the comic book, you want no surprises at all. I mean, it's not everyone, of course, because the majority of people who are going to see these movies probably haven't read the comic books.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, but I'll say this. Look, I'm excited for it. They did their, just like you were saying, like, oh, we don't have the Tony Stark or the Cosmic this or the other. It's like, well, you have the Hulk and Punisher and you have Sadie Sink. So they are kind of stacking it with, known properties to go along with them. It's not like Raimi's thing where it's like, here is a solo Spider-Man adventure. It's just Spider-Man. There's no other heroes in this fucking world and no other, there's the villains and that's it. That's not this world, which is
right.
Which is great because that isn't Raimi's world.
No.
So of course, but again, that's part of the fun that we finally get to have with these movies when they make sense. Is you can have these other characters, and if it's enriching the story, great. I can't wait. And
dude, it's so entertaining.
And the nice thing is like, I know very little about it, very little about the story. I know what the trailers are, and the Sadie Sink thing, like everyone talks about it, so it's kind of hard not to know. But I don't know how they introduce her, how it's introduced and stuff. So all that stuff is going to be exciting for me.
Yeah,
and I'm glad it's an emotional ride because these things are. I mean, they're always better when they are, and when you're invested, of course.
And it also, I would say, it's what I would like to call a full meal. When it's done, it's incredibly satisfying because you felt like you had there was a lot going on. It was a full meal of a film, and there was so much going on. There was so much that was entertaining, and the characters, the scenes are great. The characters, all the acting was great. It was just a lot of fun, and it felt like, like I'm a big fan of Eternals. I really liked Eternals, but Eternals is a deeply flawed movie. It doesn't work, and what doesn't work about it is the deviants don't work. And there's a lot of things that don't work about the Eternals. I love it, but it's not great, if that makes any sense. And I love what they're trying to do, but
can you do it again? Can you quickly, like 10 or 20 words, why do you love that movie? What is it? Is it because you read the comic books? You're aware of these things more than other people? What made it great for you?
Well, 2 words, Gemma Chan. No, but no. In all honesty, the science fiction nature of it, the Celestials and the idea that the Eternals have been on Earth pushing along human civilization for a long time, I liked all that. I liked all that ancient astronauts, but my problem is that the whole part of the whole thing about the deviants just doesn't work, and they didn't bring the Eternals into the MCU. If you didn't know that this was an MCU movie, it could have been a standalone film. There's very little of it that has anything to do with the MCU, and then you have to ask yourself, well, wait a minute. So they did not do a very good job of making us believe that the Eternals have existed on Earth all of this time. Where have they been? Why haven't they interacted with any of these other characters? And I understand what they were trying to do. I love the fact that they brought in Kirby-esque, the Kirby, the whole Eternals world, but I thought they did a shitty job incorporating it into the greater MCU. I mean, I like the actors, I like the design of the costumes, but even that just seemed a little, the whole way I didn't believe, you know what? I was having a conversation with my friend Alvaro, and we're going to do a whole show about this. But there are some movies that you watch that you believe, that have the verisimilitude, that you believe that in your own mind you know this movie actually happened. And an example of that would be like Godfather 1 and 2. When you watch Godfather 1 and 2, you're like, those movies actually happened. Now, what I mean, I know they didn't. I know that's a fictional, but the way they unfold and everything about them makes you believe in them utterly. So you know it actually happened. Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, in my mind, they actually happened.
Yes, in a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago.
But Return of the Jedi didn't, because there's too many things in Return of the Jedi that are goofy, that remove. But Star Wars and Empire happened. Jaws happened. Raiders of the Lost Ark happened. Last Crusade didn't.
Because the world is not funny and doesn't have a sense of humor at all, guys. It's all got to be deathly serious.
No, it's not.
You can't have goofy.
Raiders of the Lost Ark is not. There's all kinds of humor.
No,
in Raiders.
I know.
The problem with Last Crusade is it doesn't. What it does to the characters of Sala and Denholm Elliott. It go when you see the Nazi plane going through the tunnel with them in the car. They're just going for the joke. The effect's bad. That whole thing is stupid. It wouldn't have. That would have never happened in Raiders of the Lost Ark. So it goes for the joke, and it destroys the reality it creates. Now
I still had fun with both Return of the Jedi and The Last Crusade.
I understand, but they didn't happen. Whereas Raiders happened.
Okay. Yes.
The arc opened.
The arc opened, and you know.
No, but it's a thing, like Jaws. When you watch Jaws, there's never a point in that movie when you're watching it where you don't believe Alien happened.
I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
And that's the thing. Like Alien happened, but Alien Resurrection didn't. I mean, we watched it. It's a real movie.
But my thing is, like, if you accept that Alien happened, then you have to, because as part of the series, have to accept that these other things happened by your criteria.
No, hang on. Wait.
Okay.
This is a different thing than continuity and canon and all that. I'm talking about the feeling of them for the viewer. Like the way that they've made you, and I think it's also the difference between great movies and good movies. Like, for instance, Die Hard happened. Die Hard with a Vengeance happened. Die Hard 2, Die Harder didn't actually happen. Now, what I'm saying is, it's a movie, it exists. You can look at them as a trilogy.
No,
but the way it unfolded, there's too much goofy shit. Like that one shot where John McClane ejects in the ejector seat, into the camera. That didn't happen.
No,
not
because
real.
there's no camera up in the sky.
Well, yeah, but also if there was, it wouldn't. Yeah, but it's the way it was shot, and
But
they,
again,
they
I mean, but this is, but it's, look.
I like
Also,
movies
I mean,
that really happened.
No, I know.
Eternals did not really happen.
Close
Civil
Encounters
War,
happened.
Civil
Close
War
Encounters
happened.
Close Encounters happened.
Close Encounters absolutely happened. You know what didn't happen? Disclosure Day.
I wish it didn't happen.
I wanted it to happen.
I want to love what Spielberg does, and I'm trying to remember the last movie of his that out of a lot that I've loved, that I've absolutely loved. Not charmed by,
Right.
Like I was charmed by The Terminal because it's just it's a very overlong.
You and Ray
charming
Ora.
story. Yeah, it's an overlong charming story. It's charming.
Who I
His
talked to, by the
performance
way, it
is
was Ray Ora's birthday today. Happy birthday, Ray.
Happy birthday. But like I don't know. I guess I like Minority Report, but do I love Minority Report? It's a really good movie.
But it happened.
Yeah.
Minority
like War of
Report
the Worlds is mostly a really good movie.
You know what? The first half is really good, but that's a movie where the
Yeah.
first half happened and the second half didn't.
You
That's
got to
a
write
movie-
a book. There's your book. This movie happened. That one didn't. It's
Well,
like,
that's. I
it
mean,
really
it's-
happened.
You
It
know
really
what?
happened.
It's. I think you learn a lot about people. If you, a lot of people can't understand the concept of what I'm trying to say.
I totally get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying.
I
And
like that, but I do. But I also appreciate the goofiness of movies.
I
in
do
the
too.
sense of, the things that are yes. It's basically things that take you out of the story that are for the audience to react to, like Cow in Twister.
100%. But I would say, for the most part,
Twister happened.
Twister happened. Yes, Twister happened. And it's.
I only bring it up because I watched it last night. I threw it on.
Oh.
It's like Twister is like a summer movie. I don't look. The effects don't hold up, but that movie is so entertaining in just how it is.
Well, see, and the thing is, if you look at the original Die Hard is a brilliantly directed. McTiernan directed that film, and it's got all kinds of juicy, fun movie-isms in it. But the way it's shot, and I mean, there's a lot of goofy shit in Die Hard, but the way it's presented, it never breaks. It never breaks what it's doing. It goes right up to the edge, but it keeps the universe of Die Hard 1 is brilliantly handled. The tone of it is and it works. It's when you have like those shots, like in Twister, the cow shot was new then, and you weren't expecting it. And it's like, oh my God! And what it did was it reinforced the danger of the tornado. Whereas,
But the comical nature of the tornado too, because the thing is, that cow wouldn't be floating by like that. That thing would be shitting its brains out and being whipped around so violently. It's like, no, it's not. It's done for the audience's sake.
but the thing is, if you do that too much,
Right.
then and the problem with like Die Hard 2, the planes crashing. I'm like, come on, pilots aren't that stupid. And it's cool.
Yeah, it's like, we're running out of fuel. We'll just keep circling. It's like, fuck that. We're going somewhere else.
Well, yeah, and the premise
there's how many little fucking regional airports are around that area where it's like, fuck it, we're going there.
they're in Washington D.C. It's Dulles, right? They're within miles of there's a dozen airports that are close to there that they could and military bases that they could land at. That's
Right.
one of the reasons why Die Hard 2 didn't happen.
Right.
And for instance, it's like horror movies too. Hellraiser 1 and 2 happened, but Hellraiser 3 didn't.
Yes. A lot of people wish it hadn't.
Right. But I mean, and I would be curious. I mean, it's a game to play, but it's also a litmus test. You can find out how people feel about things. And by the way, this whole game is incredibly snobby, And I understand that. I'm being very, very snobby. But I would say Jaws and Jaws 2, even with the ending of the fucking undersea cable, Jaws 2 happened. Jaws 3D did not happen.
And Jaws the Revenge?
No.
On Mars it happened, but not.
No.
My God. God love him. We know Anthony Ferrante is a producer.
None of the Sharknado movies happened.
Yeah. So no, but he's doing. For those who don't know, Anthony Ferrante is the director of Sharknado. Every single Sharknado movie, but he's a producer along with other people on a documentary all about Jaws the Revenge.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm just like, guys, I mean, it's amazing. I guess that's the thing. If you can't pick, and it's sort of like, I know there's like Howard the Duck documentary coming. I guess you just pick the most inept, inane oddities to do documentaries about, and then you got something. But it's just sort of like, there's only so much time in your life, and you're going to spend a year to 2 years making a documentary about Jaws the Revenge and trying to defend it as a good movie?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Come on. It's awful. The only reason I've ever had that movie in my collection was because it literally mentioned my hometown in the movie.
Well, and I think too that there's a certain level of I
grew up in Jamaica. No.
Well, I think that there's what has happened now is there's a certain level of I don't want to call it irony, but there's a certain like you can make a documentary. Like, I think learning how a movie is goofy as Jaws the Revenge, the fact that movie got made, there's probably a really interesting story there. But at the end of the day, it was just a crass commercial cash grab that further diminished the franchise.
And ended careers.
Yeah, it ended careers, and there was no... I mean, Lorraine Gary, God bless her, she's married to Sid Sheinberg, so... She
didn't need to, but she came back.
Yeah,
but
she came back,
Sidney
and
J.
Michael
Fury,
Caine...
I don't think Sidney J. Fury ever directed again.
Yeah, it was...
And that was the director of Superman 4, for Christ's sake.
And he was already sus because he did Iron Eagle.
The first Iron Eagle is a masterpiece.
No,
I don't
know
you what
dare.
You're talking about.
From shot to shot, there's missiles on the plane, then missiles off the plane. No.
Goodness gracious. Goodness.
Iron Eagle did not happen, Dave. But
Come
that's...
on. We wouldn't have gotten, that Queen song if it had been for Iron Eagle.
Well...
Come on.
So there's always a silver lining. Is that what you're saying?
There is. There's always, especially with Iron Eagle.
Well, didn't Rachel McClish, wasn't she a female wrestler that she's in Iron Eagle 3?
Probably.
But
McKelch.
yeah, I mean,
No.
But I do think that nowadays, again, people are looking to be a part of something. So the niche Jaws 4, The Revenge, you can get behind it, or Howard the Duck. I'm like, if you want to make a Howard the Duck documentary because you're a fan of that film, hey, more power to you. You go right ahead and do that. And I would say there's things about Howard the Duck, Leah Thompson, the visual effects are incredible. The overlords at the end are amazing.
The Thomas Dolby
soundtrack.
And the Thomas Dolby songs and John Barry's score.
Yep.
For a movie that was not technologically have the ability of its time to really pull off the movie.
But I think the biggest crime of Howard the Duck is it didn't understand its source material.
Not at all.
That comic book I loved. For any of you out there who don't know, Steve Gerber did Howard the Duck, Trapped in a World He Never Made. Those comics were awesome.
Subversive, political.
Yeah, they were published by Marvel, but they were almost like underground comics from the 70s, like the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers, or, anything that like R. Crumb was doing. And to see that, I was really excited that George Lucas wanted to make Howard the Duck. I thought it was going to be this great counterculture skewering of Reagan America or something.
Just think if he had done it through the lens, if he had done it with the same kind of lens that he had, in a way, the way he reflected the culture in American Graffiti.
100%.
Done it for Howard the Duck.
And
I still don't think anyone would have gotten it. I think Howard the Duck is a bomb no matter what, whether it's good or not.
I think if he went R-rated and made it really,
but at that time, no one would have gone anywhere.
Probably not.
It might have been a really good movie, but it would have been way ahead of its time, and no one would have gone.
You could have gotten away with even the man in the suit thing if he was this like filthy mouth, disgusting, cigar chomping. Hey, why don't you get in bed with me, Leah?
And he was sort of. That's
but
the weird.
He was too like.
No, it was a very, because he was sort of. I mean, they had duck tits in it with nipples.
Yeah, but what it was missing was the essence of what Howard the Duck was in the first place.
Oh no! I agree. Now, at that time.
By the way, I do have the Howard the Duck omnibus.
So do I. I think, and it's the first, and for all you metal fans out there, Howard the Duck is actually the very first appearance of Kiss in comic books.
Yes, that's true.
I think if George Lucas had given it to Ralph Bakshi and they had done it as an animated film, then now we're talking.
Well, it's funny because, when I was a kid, I remember getting Fritz the Cat on Warner Home Video and 9 Lives of Fritz the Cat.
Yeah, because, oh my God, X-rated cartoons. Oh,
my parents, my mom that was another one that she heard the language. She goes, "What are you watching?" And when she saw it was this animated, she didn't understand. She walked out, But I remember showing all my friends Fritz the Cat was like this rite of passage. Hey, you guys, you got to check out Fritz the Cat. It's an R-rated cartoon.
My parents got very, very angry at me for watching heavy metal at the time. Because there was nudity. And the thing is, it was weird because when we go to VCR, I remember the Christmas we got a VCR. Now, I think it was 83 when we actually bought the VCR. And I had gotten Creepshow on VHS and maybe Raiders and Star Trek 2 possibly.
Yeah.
But they'd rented some, and like it's very like my parents are like, I can watch whatever violent thing I wanted, but Porky's, no way, could not watch that. Like, can't watch nudity. It's very, very, very strange.
No, that was a weird time.
It was, and now I don't know if has it flipped for parents now. It's like, no, fuck violence. You can't watch violence. And well, I guess not. I guess it's still the same because for somehow a pair of breasts that's what's going to like turn your children into degenerates, not violence.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's also the tone of everything is not like what it used to be.
No.
Tonally, both sex and violence, the tone of it all is so different now.
So, it was a lot rougher back then, really.
A lot rougher. A lot more.
In every way. I mean, and the funny thing is this. They'd be like, yeah, fine. And watch Friday the 13th, who cares? And I was getting just as much nudity and sex in those movies, but they would never watch those anyway. They'd be like, I don't want to watch that crap. It's like, well, I'm getting what I want anyway out of this. Well, let's get back to Spider-Man for a minute because I'm curious because I agree with you. Just in the sense of it is kind of fascinating the numbers that it's doing, and then I'm just sort of like, why is Spider-Man so popular? And is it for everyone? Is it because he's that relatable? Because the other ones are like consistently good. I'm just wondering, is it the anticipation because it's been a while since we've gotten a Spider-Man movie, and what John Watts did, especially the last time with the combining of the multiverse to like work way better as a movie than it had any right to work with all these characters brought in. And it was really kind of a special thing in that sense. Like, and I'm hoping a special one-time thing. Like, I don't need to see those characters come back in any way, shape, or form. It's, to me now, I mean, it's fan service then, but they figured out a way to really work the story into it really well. And look, if Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire showed up in anything, Doomsday, anything, to me, it would just be, it's just fan service now, guys. You know, X-Men has a different point, I think. Not that I know anything Doomsday, but, you know, again, but it's also there. I think there's a vital story point to why they're there.
Yeah,
and it's not just what Deadpool and Wolverine did was like, here's all these characters, you never got to say goodbye to them in the proper way, now's your chance. Like, I think with this, they're not going to do that with this. I think there's going to be a major, like a significant story point, and it's more than just a passing of the torch kind of thing.
No, I mean, I think, look, first of all, we all grew up with Spider-Man. You know, for the last 60 years, Spider-Man was on the Electric Company.
I was just going to say, yeah.
You know, I learned to read because of Spider-Man, you know, or whatever. And then you had the Spider-Man cartoon in the 70s or the late 60s. And Spider-Man has always been around in other mediums. You have the Saturday morning cartoon, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends with Firestar and Iceman. You know, so Spider-Man has had and the Nicholas Hammond show in the late 70s. You know,
the cartoon in the 60s.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
With the theme song. I mean,
yeah, and then the Japanese Spider-Man fighting, you know, monsters and stuff. So Spider-Man has always been a presence, you know, in pop culture. So again, and then when the beginning of the comic book, it was X-Men was the first and Spider-Man was the second. And people, I mean, the three Sam Raimi Spider-Mans are, for the most part, all terrific. Even Spider-Man 3, which was kind of a mess, you go back and you watch it now, I mean, it works, I think. And with
it's
everything,
just, you know, like it's just click. Raimi was forced to put Venom in it. He didn't want to.
Right.
That wasn't his call. He wanted the Vulture.
Yeah, no, and but still, I mean, all of those films, like I really liked The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one with Kurt Connors and the Lizard. I hated the one with Electro because tonally it was all over the place. You know, it was just too goofy. But I liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, and Peter Parker, and then of course the Tom Holland stuff has been imperfect. But I think because it was too tied into, because look, when we first meet Spider-Man in the MCU in Civil War, we meet him and he's talking to Tony Stark. So Spider-Man is never allowed to be Spider-Man. He's always in the shadow of somebody.
I like the fact that with the Tom Holland era, sorry to interrupt, just what I really liked about it was the fact that, okay, good. I don't have to see an origin story. We're thrown right in with him. We all know it. We've all seen it. Cool. No, now we can get kind of an origin story, a re-origin, a new origin in a way.
It's really Feige and Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal have said that the first 3 Spider-Man movies that John Watts directed, all 3 of those movies are his origin story. And this is the first time that we've seen Spider-Man and Peter Parker where we know him, you know, and I thought that was really interesting because we see, you know, there's a lot of people that have brought up criticism. Where does he get his money? You know, he's not taking pictures for the Daily Bugle. And I would say that, okay, that's a great question. Like, I would say, but how much did he inherit money from Aunt May? But I would think that in this day and age, he probably has crypto investments. He's probably got all kinds of.
Look, I am sure that Tony Stark had a trust for this kid. Like he set. Like he was plan, not affected. He set aside money, even if he was gone for 5 years. He set aside money.
Oh yeah, no, and Tony Stark died before Doctor Strange made the spell. So whatever Tony Stark did for Peter Parker was safe.
Right.
You know,
That's
so yeah.
what I'm thinking. So it's like, and not completely. It's like, so what? And it's not like he's living large, guys. He's
No.
not. You know, it's
Just
like
keeping a low profile.
right. So I'm excited about it. Yeah, I just think it's great. I think
Where are you going to see it? At the Burbank 16?
I am seeing it at the Burbank 16. I think
in the
it's
Dolby?
no. I think it's the X. I think we did the X, not the XL with the side screens.
Oh.
Which I was kind of interested in because I heard that
It's the first movie that was actually shot for that.
So I might, if I like it enough, I might go back and try to see it that way. But I guess it's just the X.
No,
which
it's
should be fine. I've never done.
You're talking about RPX?
Whatever it is.
Yeah. No, I want to go see it again. You know, I can't wait. You know, maybe I'll go tomorrow night or something.
And there's very few movies that I actually. It's funny nowadays. You know. There's very, you know, you do your physical media collecting thing. I don't buy a lot of stuff these days. Like I used to. One, I don't have the money because I'm.
Well, a lot of what I get is I don't buy it either.
Yeah, but I'm destitute and broke right now and all that shit. So
I'm.
So I don't buy shit. And it's funny. The one thing that I want, I can't get.
What is the one thing you want, Dave?
I wanted The Descent because I took out my Blu-ray and it won't play.
Oh.
It's a Lionsgate, and I guess that happens with Lionsgate discs and multiple players. It will not play anymore. And
is it sold out? Is the Lionsgate limited disc sold out?
Yeah, totally. And that's the problem with their specialty niche. It's like, I don't give a fuck about your steelbook. Just let me get what you have, the extras and everything else. Let me get this. And they didn't port over the extras onto Apple and stuff like that. You're not getting all the stuff. And it's like, guys, if you're gonna you stop making it, you know.
You know, they didn't publish my essay for The Descent 2.
I know, it's a great essay, guys.
But then Lisa wrote me back and she said, "Do you think you can rewrite the essay and make it a little less harsh?"
No.
So what I did, and
good,
sent
then
it
ask
in,
her
but
to send you it. Ask her to send you a Descent.
They didn't put it up. The one thing I haven't got from them is I hope somebody sends me the whole bloody affair. So they're limited.
Yeah, but at least that you can buy. You can order that on Amazon.
Yeah, but I want their.
Not the whole big special box thing, but I can at least buy that. It's like, fine, I don't get all the packaging and that shit, but
Right.
I get the movie and I get the bells and whistles, whatever there is on that.
Yeah,
but fuck, but not The Descent. One of the best movies in the last 20 years.
Yeah, and that new transfer is beautiful.
Yeah, how would I know? Because it's not the same when you buy it on fucking streaming.
I know. It's compressed, I know.
So fuck you, Lionsgate.
Except the great Madam Vice President Lisa Stevenson.
Well, if she sends you a disc to send to me, fine, then we're all's forgiven. Because obviously she's watching the show with bated breath just to make sure she get noticed. So and she gets mentioned. So, but yeah. So
she's
anyway,
lovely though.
But no, my whole point of that being was, it's rare that I go. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've actually gone to the cinema twice to see something again. Interesting.
We got some super chats.
We do?
We do. Major Chai Chai. Hello, Major. How are you?
Oh, my
Major
God.
Chai Chai says Spider-Man is tied for second with Project Hail Mary and Michael for my favorite movie of the year. Number one is still The Sheep Detectives. And mine, too. My number one movie is Sheep Detectives this year so far.
And if you don't like Sheep Detectives, you're dead inside. Just not for you.
Silly Goose says, Midnight Metal, baby, let's go.
Woo!
That's from Silly Goose, who's been a PGS hero for a while. 66 Starship Alien has been a member for 8 months and says, hi, all. Midnight Metal, let's go. Jurassic Joey just became an imagination connoisseur. Thanks for joining the channel, Joey. Shane Rocks says, damn, did the Cape Fear finale absolutely shit the bed. Oh, I haven't seen the last couple episodes. I can't wait to watch it. But Javier Bardem as Max Cady was fucking metal.
Yeah.
That show is bonkers, dude. Have you watched
Cool.
it?
No, I don't have Apple.
Oh, you got to watch it.
I won't get Apple until Ted Lasso season 4.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
And it's got to be all on. So I have to wait till all of Ted Lasso's on. Then I'll get it.
Yeah, all right. That's fair. Bijaro says the Thomas Crown Affair trailer was awesome. You know what? I didn't like the trailer because we saw a different trailer at CinemaCon that was much better. I didn't like the voiceover, but I'm excited to see the movie. Well, the other trailer they showed was way better. I thought that was a teaser, really, in it. I didn't love it. But better things are coming because they showed us much more of it at CinemaCon, and it looked really, really good.
Speaking of, in adjacent to, hold the next super chat. Just adjacent to, because Thomas Crown Affair, Michael B. Jordan, Creed. We haven't talked about I Play Rocky and that trailer.
Bro.
Fuck.
And I love that the same actor, Anthony, I can't pronounce his last name, played Pacino in the. By the way, The Offer is one of the greatest things ever.
I've watched it all the way through 3 times.
Dude, Matthew Good as Bob Evans. How he should have won the Oscar. I mean, the Emmy.
Emmy.
He is so good, and I love what's his face who plays Coppola. Why am I drawing a blank on his name?
Yes.
I mean, he's in House of the Dragon.
Fred. He was in the Fantastic Beasts movie too.
He's in House of the Dragon. I mean, he's just.
Is he?
Yeah. Why am I drawing? Hang on. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? Somebody in the chat must know. I know his name. Dan Fogler. Dan Fogler.
Yeah,
he
from
so
Fanboys.
Good. Yeah, he is
originally.
He's so good as Coppola. He's so
good.
good.
But that's the thing. Everyone is so good. Juno Temple.
It's biblical. It's epic.
Juno Temple steals the fucking show.
Everybody's
But
great.
Miles Teller is so fucking good. That show is
good.
If you love movies and you have
Colin Hanks and I mean everybody. What's his Burn? What's his name?
Oh my God! Charlie Blue
Charlie Blue.
Oh my God!
So good.
Oh good. I could watch it now. I could.
And they put up a bunch of clips like on YouTube, clips of the show. I watch everyone that comes up. I can't get enough of The Offer.
I can't either. I love that show. It's not Ted Lasso being the greatest show ever made, but it's close.
6 Scale Mafia says, Vegas, baby. I'm going to try and get there on Tuesday to help him set up the Star Trek 60 convention, Star Trek LV.
Are you going to be ready?
Creation.
Is your book going to be ready?
No, my book's not going to be ready till the 8th of September. But I think I'm going to crowdfund it, but you can read the introduction and
I thought you were bringing it to this convention. The whole point was this convention, right?
No. I was never going to be ready for the convention. I
thought it was.
Then I couldn't get it done.
Can't you pre-sell it there?
No, I'm going to do a crowdfund campaign, probably. But it's just not ready.
Why don't they just call it crowdfund?
Crowdfund, whatever.
Instead of crowdfund, it's like
give me your money. It's crowd. When you crowdfund, you have crowdfund.
Crowdfund.
You have fun crowdfunding.
Yes.
Jurassic Joey says it's crazy that the same guy who made Alien Resurrection made Amelie. I still respect him. Yeah, but Jean-Pierre Jeunet he co-directed Delicatessen. He co-directed
City of Lost Children.
City of Lost Children, and then he made a very long engagement with Audrey Tautou after Amelie. I mean, Alien Resurrection is just weird.
It's French.
It's French.
And I was trying to think, there was something about what was the movie that came out? Big movie, but again, it had a big movie, but had that
the kid in it, the one that
had the French sense of humor. I mean, this summer. What is? I don't know, but it was another one of those where it's like, well, the French sense of humor is particular. It's very different from American sensibilities, and like Luc Besson's Dracula has a very French sense of humor.
Oh yeah,
to it.
all of his movies. I mean, whether it's Fifth Element or whether it's Valerian or whether it's The
And it's
Professional.
uniquely French. Yes, Evil Dead Burn has a French.
It's
sense
French
of
extreme.
Very French sense of humor to it. Thank you, Michael. That's the movie. That's
Yep.
what it was. It had a very French sense of humor that didn't, for me, quite translate that great. And we did a whole show on it. Geez, I can't imagine why I don't remember things. But I still like
I
Evil
can.
Dead Burn. I think I'm going to like it.
Another drink.
I think I'm going to. We'll be done by midnight. I only have 3 drinks. I have one more drink in me, and then that's it. I have no more booze. So
Oh,
thank
there
God.
you go.
Woo-hee! Any more super chats? Or
Yeah, we got a few. Cyanagiri has been a member for 45 months. Thank you. Dark Forces series have been a member for 51 months. Who says Spidey could have had a YouTube channel and or a Patreon account? Maybe. Sonny Dominguez, the king of squirting, says, Dave, I enjoy Ted Lasso too. Can you share what about it you personally have been enjoying about the show?
I mean, right from the beginning of it, I just love the fact it's just a show that makes you feel good. It actually makes
It's
you
very
believe-
optimistic. Ted Lasso.
It makes you believe in
cat.
that people can not be just horrible to each other, and that not everyone is backstabbing. It just, I think the fact that it especially when it came out, because it came out during the pandemic, I think the fact that it gave any sense of hope, and like, okay, there is a world out there where everyone is not just awful to each other. It was comforting. I find it, yeah, I really, yeah, it makes it, like the way like Sheep Detectives makes me feel good when I watch it. So yeah, I watched Ted Lasso, the entire series, like The Offer, like 3 times all the way through, which is nice because they're limited. So it's a lot easier, because I used to watch The Office all the way through, but that's like 9 seasons. So I haven't done that in a long time, but I used to, because it's just comfort. It's comfort food.
Yeah.
Both The Offer and Ted Lasso are like comfort food now.
I agree. And I love that scene where he's playing darts with what's his face.
Oh,
Rupert.
Rupert.
Yeah, and he talks about curiosity. You
Yeah.
can be curious, barbecue sauce.
Anthony
Anthony Hill, yeah.
was amazing on that show.
So good.
Yeah.
So we're caught up with super chats.
All right, Rob. I'm going to grab an ice cube, but I'm going to tee something up to you. So there was an interesting story that came out yesterday. Kind of metal, kind of interesting, kind of like, I want to know your thoughts. So we know that Paramount is, Paramount Primal is trying to develop a Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's so weird.
And now Warner Brothers International is also trying to develop a Nightmare on Elm Street. So now, are we going to get 2 competing Elm Street movies? And that would that be a first?
Something like that. Yeah. You threw that at me, and I'm supposed to answer that.
I told you I was getting an ice cube.
Would that be a first? I mean, to be honest, yeah, it's really weird to see that you've got 2 different companies. Obviously, Nightmare on Elm Street, the whole franchise was created by New Line. It was a New Line Cinema franchise. So it had to.
So it goes back to Mike DeLuca when for the Warner Brothers International. It goes to DeLuca and Pam Abdi to kind of oversee it.
Warner Brothers would own it, but then was it Paramount? I mean, you said Paramount. So there is that crossover with Jason. So maybe they had to make some kind of a deal.
No, no. The thing is that the reason Paramount got Elm Street was because the rights are reverted back to the original Nightmare on Elm Street to the Wes Craven estate.
Okay.
Because it's been over 35 years. So the Wes Craven estate, so the Wes Craven estate got the rights back to it, so it could be sold to another company. At least the rights to the first movie.
The first movie, right?
So, but Warner Brothers International, they own the rights to all the movies.
All the movies. That's so okay. This is really interesting. So, what happens is when somebody creates a franchise, like Die Hard, like Lethal Weapon, after I think it's actually 37 years.
Okay, I've always heard 35.
No, I think it's 37 years. Actually, it's more than 35. The original screenplay, the rights revert back to the original owner of that screenplay. So that's why, for instance, I'll give you an example. Before 20th Century Fox was bought by Disney, they were going to do a Die Hard 24 crossover movie.
Oh,
so Jack Bauer was going to team up with John McClane. Yeah, and that was a real thing, and they had to because the Die Hard came out in 1988, and they were going to the rights reverted back. That's why they had to make Predator Prey. They had to make the Predator movie because the rights were reverting back. I mean, and there's all these franchises that are in that same position. The Friday the 13th rights, the whole thing with Victor Miller, the original writer, that was a whole other mess because Jason Voorhees doesn't appear in the original Friday the 13th in his masked form. So
look, in the script, he doesn't appear in Friday the 13th.
Right.
That was something that Tom Savini suggested when they were filming.
Yeah.
So technically, Victor Miller really shouldn't have any rights to Jason at all, except he's mentioned. He's mentioned.
Yes.
But not shown. And he can only do him as a younger version.
But that's why you can do. That's why we're getting the Crystal Lake TV series. Because it's all about Pamela Voorhees. And I'll tell you something, another one of the great crimes of all time is that we're not getting Brian Fuller's Pamela Voorhees series.
Well, I think with the Crystal Lake series, they have worked out all this legal kerfuffle about
they have.
So now if they want to jump into I don't know exactly how the show is structured, but they can do adult hockey mask Jason.
Oh, I don't know about that, but all I know is that Brian Fuller and company had done 6 of the 8 scripts, and maybe somebody's read them, 1 or 2, maybe.
Shit happened.
And maybe it's a goddamn shame that we're not getting Brian Fuller's version because did you ever watch Hannibal?
Yeah.
So
it was a great show.
Hannibal's dropped on Netflix. I think Hannibal is a masterpiece, and I've said I think it's the greatest horror TV show of all time. And I you know what? The other night I turned on and it had just dropped on Netflix. I turned on Netflix, and for whatever reason, the algorithm just gave me Hannibal. I own all 3 seasons of Hannibal, and I'm like, click. And I had to watch it, and I figured I'm just going to watch the first couple episodes. 7 hours later, it's 4 a.m., and wow. I'm like, I have to go be on the Campia show, and I'm still watching Hannibal. It was funny. I saw Brian last week, and I took him a poster. I had a poster for him, and he gave me. I never got the Hannibal Lecter 6-scale figure. And he had one. He asked me, he goes, "Do you have one of these?" I go, "Dude, I didn't. For whatever reason, I never got one." And he gave me one, and he wrote, "Eat the Rude" on it.
See, that's the thing, guys. Rob gets everything. Rob gets the Descent on 4K. I get nothing. Your tips, your super chats, they all go to him. All of it goes to him. Everything.
It's all for you, Damien.
It's all for Damien. My name's Dave, so I don't get it either. But look, we'll see. The guy, Welcome to Derry was okay, so maybe this will be okay. Who knows? Give him a chance, Rob. Give him a chance.
I'm going to give him a chance. It's just,
look, it's Crystal Lake. It's a dumb show to do anyway.
Well, especially,
and the thing is, it's not for us.
I've heard an explanation of why Jason's able to do what he can do, and it's really stupid. Not a fan, Dave.
This is not for us. It's not for Friday the 13th fans. And let's break it down. It's not like Friday the 13th was fucking Patty Chayefsky type scripts and like really deeply psychological.
Do you know that Friday the 13th turned 46 years old this year? In May.
Yeah.
46.
No, because it opened. Did it open in May?
Yeah.
It did?
It was my birthday movie in 1980.
Jesus Christ. Old.
It's true. I turned 13. I was a bar mitzvah boy that year. I had my bar mitzvah. You were a man. I turned into a man. What happened? Castle Grayskull is here with a kiss. Castle Grayskull, she asks the question. It's almost as important as Pearl Jam or Nirvana. Obsession, Dave, or Back Rooms?
Obsession.
Really?
Yeah. It's the better movie.
I don't know.
It is. This is a better acted movie. It's the better movie. Backrooms is really interesting, but it falls apart on itself. It collapses in on itself.
It does not.
It does. Trying to explain itself, it falls apart. It does. It gets very obtuse and weird with the stuffing people and everything else. Obsession is easier to follow. Backrooms has a much more interesting mythology behind it that I'm curious about, but one movie or the other, Obsession is the stronger movie.
I am a Backrooms guy.
And guess what? I'm right because Obsession made more money. And that's
sure,
where
I'll grant you that. So Nirvana or Pearl Jam for you, Dave?
Nirvana. Come on. I mean, Pearl Jam would not be Pearl Jam if Nirvana hadn't broken first.
Well, they came, it's close.
Close, but
both of those, and the thing is, I mean,
and Soundgarden.
Well, yeah,
and I'd probably take Soundgarden over both of them.
Well, that's fair. All right. I can't. I.
How about you? Which one? Pearl Jam or Nirvana?
I love Pearl Jam's album, their debut album, 10. Sure. But I think overall, I mean, Nirvana. Nevermind's great, but Bleach is great. Heart-shaped box. I mean, is it In Utero? Is it In Utero? That's a great record. I mean, I have loved. If you look at the output of Nirvana, which isn't nearly as much as Pearl Jam, for obvious reasons, I like Nirvana more overall than Pearl Jam, but I love Pearl Jam's first album.
Right, but I like and then Nirvana spawned the Foo Fighters, which I still think is probably one of, I mean, look, and I'm a little antiquated and I probably don't know. It's one of the last, really, I think, solid, long-lasting rock and roll bands that have been around, that have come along and been around for a while, though I don't know if they're ever going to, really get over the death of Taylor Hawkins. That combo, that kismet between Grohl and him, and that being gone, I just don't know if it's there. To me, there's something missing now. Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, you know who contacted me? Our friend who we did the Valley Girl disc with.
Greg Carson?
Greg Carson.
About
Greg
what?
Carson contacted me. He goes, "Do you think I could come on your show and talk about making physical media and stuff?" And I said, "Yes." I love Greg Carson.
He can come on this show and talk about music too.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I was thinking. But he wanted specifically about physical media. I'm a big fan of his, so I was like, "Great." I've got
very good. I wish. Look, now I wish I could work with everyone that I worked with before and was still working with them. And I just wish I had work. So yeah, it'd be great. I would like, yay. Hi, it's August 1st. How's your
I've got
how's your
24
rent
days to
payments,
stay in this
everyone?
house. You know, it's
No
all
pressure
things
here.
are tough all over.
God.
It's rough. But anyway, what are you gonna do?
I don't. You know what, Rob? When you say that, I can honestly answer. What are you gonna do? I don't have a fucking idea.
Well, that's. I feel
Does
like
anyone does anyone out there have an idea what I should do? And please, Castle, I'm too old to shake my moneymaker. It ain't gonna. The dollars are gonna go away. They ain't gonna come in, and it's just like, you know.
I bet you can go live in her house though. She lives in Montreal, man.
You gotta make it awkward. Do you know how fucking cold it gets in Montreal, Rob?
Yeah, but when you have her, it's warm. Darth Plato says, no wonder Rob's seen so many movies. He has a birthday every day. Everyone wish Rob a happy birthday. Flash Gordon for 1980 birthday movie. No, because Flash Gordon came out in December.
Jesus Christ.
Friday the 13th came out in May.
Let's go back a little. Let's take the way back. I'm trying to think of things. We talked about Spider-Man already. Why is it the summer of the spider, Rob? Because I came up with that.
The summer of the spider. Well, there's lots of Black Widows in my backyard.
I mean, this fucking thing is. How much is this thing going to make? I mean, it's going to beat.
It's beating Avengers Endgame
which is insane.
It's insane. No, it truly is. Well, let's see where we're at. I mean, they're not going to know. They're not going to have Saturday actuals. They don't know what it is.
I mean, I think the thing that you never hear about. I think theaters are adding shows.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they are. So here's what they're saying: that Spider-Man, according to Deadline, Brand New Day sets an all-time first day with 168 million. Could beat Avengers Endgames. Avengers Endgames has this is domestic, 357 million weekend record. So box
that means
office
first day, including preview, which was 72 million. It's made over 200 and what? How much?
Well,
in the preview and the first day.
Hang on, let me look. I'm gonna go tell you right now.
Oof.
So Spider-Man. Okay, here's Spider-Man brand new day. Okay, it's only got. They're including preview day, which was Thursday. It's 106 right now. They've only got Friday's numbers. So Friday's numbers, they have no international. Box Office Mojo has only the reported Friday numbers, which are $168 million. That's the only reported. The actual that was Friday.
That's Friday, but there was 72. Right, or something on the preview day.
Well, here's what it said. It's got 168 million. So, let me go back. It's going to say that because preview day, and so that's Thursday, and this is collectively Thursday and Friday total were 168 million, and Avengers Endgame was 157.4 million.
Wow.
And they're saying that Avengers Endgame has the all-time highest opening record of 357.1 million for the weekend. And they're talking about so you're looking at 357 million, and Sony is calling their 3-day weekend a 325 million, but they have no idea what the movie's going to do Sunday or what it did today. And but the opening, other people think that it's going to open to 350 plus million.
What do you think it's going to open to? I'm edging more close to 4.
Well, we're talking worldwide. You're talking worldwide.
No, I'm talking domestic. Just domestic alone.
No, not for the weekend. It's not going to make 400. Well, Judging by what I saw at the theater, and you know what's a great indicator is the popcorn buckets and the merch. I saw it on Thursday. The merch was gone. The popcorn buckets, the blankets, it was gone. And I went to the first show.
You know what wasn't gone when I went? The Toxic Avenger popcorn bucket wasn't gone.
Yeah, well, neither was Supergirl, neither was...
There was a lot of Trojan horses when I went to the Odyssey.
I'm trying to get the IMAX bucket. I'm going to have to order it.
The Trojan horse one was kind of cool, but
No, I want the IMAX camera to put on my shelf.
I really don't want to eat out of a horse's ass. I mean, unless I'm being paid for it.
I'll eat out of someone's ass, I'll tell you that. Oops, wait, what? Just kidding.
You did it again.
I know. It's all that ass play. I love it. But yeah, so it's pretty amazing.
So, okay. That is amazing, Spider-Man. That's amazing. It's spectacular. It's amazing. We're all caught in the web of Spider-Man. I mean, it just all works.
I see what you did there.
Did you see it?
It's the ultimate box office gross.
And what is the Marvel 2-in-1?
Yeah.
Was he part of that, or was that the thing?
Marvel team up? No, Marvel 2-in-1. Yeah.
2-in-1 was Spider-Man, or was the thing was Marvel Team Up?
Well, there was both Marvel Team Up, Marvel 2-in-1, all that stuff.
You know, I like a little Marvel 2-in-1.
Yeah, I do too.
Whew.
It's been a long time.
You know what I did? I didn't watch the whole thing again. Not yet. And I didn't I kind of threw it on as background noise. I was doing some stuff, but I was instantly charmed with it again. It was Masters of the Universe. That movie did not deserve to bomb.
It's so good.
It's so fun. And I really hope they get to do more, because I think that cast is killer. I really hope
Jared
they get
Leto.
to do more. You don't need him.
He's great as Skeletor, though.
You don't need him, though. It's like it could be anyone. That could be anyone. Get rid of the curse. Did he do it? Jared Leto do it? Did he do it? Not Skeletor. Did he do it?
You mean did he do the things
is he guilty?
Okay. Yes. You know, my housemate, when I was living with Krista from Lola's, I lived there for a long time. She would go to Camp Mars. So Jared Leto has fashioned himself as this guru. And 30 Seconds to Mars would have these. They would call it Camp Mars. They would rent out campgrounds and invite all of their fans to come. Well, who do you think all of their fans are? Girls. And then they started doing it in Europe.
No, because it's not just girls. Because we know that Spooky Dan loves Jared Leto.
Well, I know, but does he love? I understand. I know, but I'm just saying. I mean,
I think Jared Leto might be his Gil Daughtry sex pass, which I also saw that movie.
Was that good? It looked good.
It's from the makers of Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah,
it's really off the wall. Takedown of Hollywood. It's really funny. I'm not saying you have to go see it in the theater, but
I love Zoe Deutsch. You know,
it's really funny, and it's pretty good.
I shot the behind the scenes. Leah Thompson's debut feature film was The Year of Spectacular Men.
Okay,
and her Zoe Deutsch is Leah Thompson and Howard Deutsch's daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they have another daughter who wrote the movie, and Leah Thompson directed it. So I shot all the behind the scenes for it, and they were delightful. I got to talk to Howard Deutsch for a long time. I got to ask him if the idea was it you who put propaganda into the beginning of Some Kind of Wonderful. You know, Watts is drumming to Propaganda, which is on ZTT Records, and which, by the way, I have a box set to show tomorrow from ZTT. So
excited he's sweating, people.
What's that?
Nothing.
Can you tell? Because it's hot as fuck in here.
Always better in black.
But I do. I'm deodorized and I'm wearing a little perfume. I mean, a little cologne.
Little perfume.
Little cologne.
Little juju.
I don't know why I put on cologne. So I was
So
going to see another human
you
being
don't-
today.
So you don't smell yourself? I don't know.
I love
Because you
it.
wanted
Come on.
because you wanted to feel sexy
I do. Yeah.
for everyone out here. But
You
anyway,
never know.
so yeah, back to Jared Leto and being guilty.
No, I mean, look, the guy is preternaturally young looking. He's a hot dude. And since when, it's so funny. We live in a world where he's a rock and roll star and he's going after all these girls. Like in any other era, everybody would have.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, if we really think about it, it's like, look, if Mick Jagger and the Beatles and everyone else were, in today's world, they'd all be fucking brought up on charges.
Of course.
Give me a break.
And here's the question:
At rock and roll, all of them. Why is Motley Crue still walking around free? Or
Dude.
any metal, or
And
any
no,
metal,
no, no.
or Gene Simmons of Kiss, or anybody.
dude,
Come on.
And I grew up in that. That era, And my question is, why does Jared Leto have the phone number of some 16-year-old girl or whatever? It's not like he looked her up on the internet.
I mean,
And-
no, exactly.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's-
look. Look.
you-
Kiss did a song called "Christine 16" for Christ's sake.
Sexy and 17, dude.
Winger, she's only 17.
I mean, half the rock and roll
mean-
song. I mean,
Right.
Look at Pamela DeBar. I'm with the band.
Oh, I mean, someone said Led Zeppelin would all be jubbed. Yeah, Black Sabbath, they'd all. Well,
Well, I mean, we live in our now post Me Too world where everybody's jumping on their. Look, here's the funny thing. Every girl, when they turn 18, starts their OnlyFans.
well, now no one wants to have sex unless they get paid for it.
But right, and no one's good at it either. So
No, because they're all doing it to
they're
themselves.
doing it for money. It's all performative.
They're doing it for money
Yeah,
on themselves.
yeah, it's just weird.
It's like no one actually has the awkward fumbling sex to learn how to do things better. No, but that's not true. It's just it's not true because look, most of America is having fumbling awkward sex.
No, the difference.
It's just what you see now is not that.
No, dude, the difference is that you couldn't even look when we were younger. You couldn't see it. You could look. You could find magazines in the woods, and maybe you could see a porn channel, or barely. Or you
could rent a tape, or you could rent a tape.
But you couldn't rent a tape because your parents'
you were
VCR
18.
is in the middle of the family room.
Right, until
Like
you
you
were
can't
18.
sit down and avail yourself. Well, now we have all. Like I can only imagine. Like I was the horniest kid in the world. I started being sexually active at 13, and it was fucking great. I would jump off my roof, get on my bike, and pedal to my girlfriend's house and climb in her window. It was amazing. It was all adventurous. Nowadays,
What
people
are you,
seem-
a Joe Cocker song?
Well,
She came into the bedroom window.
yeah. Well, that's a Beatles song. but the thing was,
Okay, well, Joe
if
Cocker.
I wouldn't have expended the energy if I had Red Tube or X Tube or You Porn or They Porn or whatever. You wouldn't have to. You could see whatever you want online, so nobody has to put themselves out. It's just
Oh my
another
God,
way why
but think
people
of the
are
weird
lazy.
inflated. Think of the weird inflated, fucking shit that That's the thing. The warping. The warping of people's minds of like, okay, this is it's like
Okay, you want to know? You want to?
what
want
you
me?
see online and like, oh, I have
Do
to
you-
have a 10-inch dick.
Do you want me
or
to?
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna get anyone.
I never had a 10-inch dick. I wish. Do you want to know the real difference, though, that I think in terms of how our entire civilization has been warped sexually?
God,
No.
not really.
No, I'm going to tell you, because when you are doing things, when you're close up and you're making out with somebody you really want, you can't see them. You're experiencing them because you're so close together. You're not, when you're watching porn or whatever they're showing you, you're doing it from a distance.
Right.
So you're watching, that has nothing to do with the experience of actually holding another person in your arms. Or
No,
or
of course not.
plunging your tongue between the folds of a woman's femininity. And
wait,
nothing.
Rob, a silly goose said, "It's 10 inches in our heart, Rob."
Well, That's why
That's so nice.
That's why I'm a cunning linguist. Before it even gets there, I've already brought you there 3 or 4
silly
times.
goose is being really nice. That's
silly
yay!
goose. Listen, man, let me tell you, my face is slick with the work I've already done before I even get anywhere. Just saying. And by the way, I've got great recommendations if you want to find out if that's true. No, but in all honesty, if you're like, when we were kids, we didn't see that. So our job was, when you could touch a person that you were attracted to and kiss them, it was the most electrifying thing ever. But now people have already had their sexuality shaped by watching it from a distance.
And with filters.
Well, but you're still, it has nothing to do with the actual act of kissing somebody. Like, look, you know what girls know? They know in a second when you kiss them if you have anything to offer. If you don't know, as being a guy, or I guess it's a girl too, if girls are kissing other girls or guys are kissing other guys, if you don't know how to kiss somebody, which they know, in a moment, you're fucked, because there's nothing else you can do well either. And I would hate to be, the performance anxiety people must have today has to be off the charts.
Because they're basing everything they see by people who just do it for a living.
But they're also watching it from a distance, which then when you participate, you never see that.
Right, but then it's also a weird thing too, because it's almost like creating a bunch of incels where it's like they're all just watching people do it without, interaction with anyone. Like physical interaction. It's all like it's like more people,
and they're also
on camera looking at each other like you and I are right now than they are real. Yeah. It's very
well. I would dare say that
it's very strange.
Not only is it very strange, but it also undercuts the fabric of society, in the sense that no longer do people don't want to, like, when I was a teenager, I had 2 primary motivating factors in my life. One was movies, and the other was girls. And hopefully and I was a party kid. I liked everybody, and there was a lot going on, and I liked to make myself in the center of it, because if I was going to meet girls, I had to be at the epicenter where they were. And that's why
But that's the thing now. It's like, look, we're of an era and everything else where partying and actually drinking and stuff like that is considered very stupid and old-fashioned and lame.
I looked at a comedian, said no, because the kids today are not, and it's what we didn't have was the weird, malevolent, like the dude bros making weird videos and shit like that. There was, when I was in high school, there was a code of ethics and honor that you would be, if you went to a party, if somebody was way too drunk, if you saw a girl that was too drunk, people at the party would take care of her.
Oh yeah.
They would be like, listen, man, she's really drunk. Let's put her in a room where everyone's jackets were. Let her sleep it off.
And someone hung with her, made sure she was all right.
Yeah, or would hold her hair back if she was going to throw up. Nobody was ever. There was no malevolence. There was no weird maybe there was, but where I was from, people looked out because we were all very aware of partying. And like, if you partied, because if someone's parents went out of town and you threw some monster party, people would show up the next day in the morning, hungover as hell, to help clean up, because you wanted to be able to party there again. So you didn't want anybody.
But again, now people are like, against that. Look. And there's nothing. Look, the less substances we probably abuse and everything, probably the better in general society. But the thing is, at least in America, Europe, I think it's different because they don't have the same relationship with alcohol and everything that we do. But it's
we're infants.
But now it's like, well, they don't drink. It's like, God, drinking is not cool. Being wasted is not. It's like, I don't. Again, it makes me feel old. Like, I don't know what we're doing now. It just seems like there's a lot of lonely people out there, and I get it. I get it. Look, I mean, fuck, come on, Rob. It's fucking Saturday night, and as pleasurable as this is, we're not with a significant other right now. So that's kind of, it's a little. It says a lot. I mean, there's a party going on right now that we know, where friends of ours we know is happening right now.
Well,
But we both made the conscious choice not to go for whatever reason we have.
Well, but I know. I
20
was
years
going to
ago,
go.
we would have never gone. We would have never said, no, we're going to come online and do
No, I
this.
would have gone. But to be fair,
It's great.
I did.
It's great because actually this is more fun.
Well, yeah, but I did. To be fair, I was going to go, and then I got the interview with.
But you weren't going to go. You weren't going to go.
I
It's a
would've gone.
2 hour. It's a 2 hour fucking drive. You didn't go last year. You
Well,
weren't. But
no,
you're invited.
it's a 2 hour. It's
you're
an
invited
80-minute
every-
drive one way and an 80-minute drive back.
You're invited every fucking year. You never go because it's too fucking far. And you're going to drink when you're there because God knows there's not a hell of a lot else to do with this party.
Also, dude, we're not fucking young.
No, and we're not young.
It's not becoming. Like, it's
I know, and that's all we wanted. Like, kind of just like, yeah, we're not young, but
bro, at some point, I say, bro. I mean, at some point, I can't even. I like my go-to, my default position is still 16 years old. And
mentally, and it's just your body. You realize, my body doesn't. I can't.
Oh
do
no, I
this.
can still stay up and party all night long. I'm not worried about that.
No, you can't because like look at 3 weeks ago when we did the show, or 4 weeks ago, and you were like, I got her.
Yeah, but we were on for like 6 hours, and I've been drinking.
No, we
before
weren't.
even
It was like
yeah, we were.
4.
We were on like 5 hours.
4. It was like 4.
Yeah, okay, but I might have had some few drinks before we started.
Okay, drunkie. No.
Oh,
my
I
camera-
I
my
work on my
camera dropped.
alcoholism
You
whenever I
didn't,
can.
Rob, my camera dropped. You didn't say anything. Everyone was looking at my shirt.
I
not
just
me.
thought you were doing something.
I was doing something. I was being artistic and just like interpretive with.
Well,
hands
now your camera's moved, so I have to reposition your shot. Is what
Well,
you're doing.
I had to because it slipped.
That's what she said. Hang on, let me change the. No, but look, civilization. I think our entire civilization has become infantilized, and unfortunately, it's not good.
No, we're not good.
The whole world.
Why don't I have pants on? Because it's hot as fuck here. I'm in California. It's been over 90 degrees
Dude,
every
it's
fucking
where
day.
I'm at. It's over 100. And, I mean, I can't even imagine. It's really
glad
hot.
you moved to Redlands.
I don't know if
Oops.
much longer. Don't say that. Don't dox me the way Mondani's doxing everybody in New York City. Don't do that.
Okay. Should we bring randos on?
Dude,
random guests? Should we bring let's
people
bring some
want
random guests
people
on.
want to come on, Dave. They want
They
to come
do?
on.
Okay, because usually I'm just a brain jackass that interrupts you every second of the time, and people get upset.
I don't think it's true.
But I have a mute button now.
What? You have a. I wish. Can you fix your camera? Because look at your full frame. I can't do anything with it. I can blow into it, but
What's wrong with? Tell me.
Your face is in the middle of the frame. I'd love to see your frame. Like, there you go. No, keep going. No, it's still in the middle. You were at it. There, keep going that way. No, more, even more. More. There you go. Well, that's pretty good.
Good?
Yeah, I'd say do a little bit more if you can. There, I like that frame. That's good.
Okay.
So
anything for you, Bobby baby.
It's all for you, Damien. Should I okay, randos, are you in the chat?
Yeah, it's kind of like chat roulette, guys.
And
if you know, you better be,
Okay, now I'm gonna say this. If you've been on this show before, just refrain for a little bit, and let's see if we can get some people that have never been on the show. Although I have to say, do you remember when I would do late night shows? Do you remember Donnie in Canada? Donnie, who was a little shorter than most.
Yes.
So Donnie, he's reached out to me a few times, and I love that guy. And he was like, he missed coming on because he would come on to our late night shows. And
well, that's when we started at midnight.
yeah, that's when we
Remember
actually
that? Remember
Dude,
when we
oh,
used to start
yes.
the show at midnight?
Bruh.
There was a Halloween show that I don't remember too much about because I was having a party here beforehand, and yeah.
By the way, Castle Grayskull sent out a gift membership to the channel.
That's nice. Can I have it?
By the way, Darth Plato says Leto has a painting of Dorian Gray in his bathroom. It's true. Jason Webster says the horror K-drama If Wishes Could Kill was successful. The series' female lead, Juan So Young, won an award at the recent 5th Blue Dragon Series Awards. I want to see that. I saw a trailer for that. Oh man,
Well,
I can't wait. Jason Webster says I can't wait. The K-horror hit Colony is a hit and profitable. I can't wait. It opens on like the 26th. I cannot wait to see both the Colony and Hope from the director.
Yeah, they both look good.
Wailing.
The Hope one looks really good.
It looks so good. Jurassic Joey says Icons of Fright discuss Trick or Treat. Which one is more metal?
I mean,
which Trick or Treat is more metal?
The 1986 one with the Fastway soundtrack, of course. The other one is not metal. Mike Doherty's is not metal
That
at
is
all.
not metal.
It's just fantastic.
Castle Grace.
Sorry,
No,
go ahead.
Castle Grayskull says Dave Parker come to Montreal.
I said we, which I'm going to do in a second.
How to DND1 says Dave, make a great AI movie. Be your own boss. No such thing yet.
But I will tell you this, Rob. You know who is doing some really, really, really impressive AI stuff? Lord Skiff, our friend Ryan Schifrin, is doing these amazing short films in AI that are absolutely stunning, incredible. He did a short round, like grown up.
I saw that.
That is so good. It's incredible. It's crazy.
You know who else is doing some amazing shit is Damon Packard.
Not as amazing. Not.
They're different.
They're different. You guys really like good storytelling, really cool stuff. I mean, for AI, I'll caveat it, but he's really putting a lot of work into it, and it's really good. And the consistency between shots, for the most part, is really good. Is look up Lord Skiff on YouTube.
I'm in.
It's really good stuff, guys. I have to say.
So hang on. It's just taking me a moment.
And I do love Damon Packard, though.
I do too, dude. Damon Packard's been doing some killer. I just like his sense of humor. You know, his off the wall sense of humor.
Yeah, for sure.
So I have to copy up the thing. So okay, kids.
Okay.
If you've got a good camera,
and if you hate me,
microphone,
come on.
You don't have to hate Dave. No one hates.
If you hate me, bring it on. Bring on the venom.
No,
you do this. I'm gonna use the restroom for a second, and then I'll be back.
Oh, really? So okay. Well, I'm gonna drop in a chat now. Just so you know, if you haven't been on the show, if you've been on the show, hold off for a minute. You know what I mean? Unless Dieter Bastian wants to come on. Anyway, so look, Dave Parker's like, let's do. All right, we'll see. So if you're interested, what's going on with my hair, man? I really desperately need a haircut. At least I guess I can say I have hair. People are like, you should color it and you'd look younger. I'm like, what would I do that for? Jeff Bingham, a member of this channel. Jeff Bingham wants to come on. Should I let Jeff on? I'll let Jeff Bingham. I'm going to let Jeff on. Because, what's up, dude? Hang on, I'm gonna add you in. I'm gonna just go full frame on Jeff Bingham right now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Jeff Bingham Jeff, what's up?
Hang on a second. I gotta fix.
Oh, see, you weren't ready to go.
I know. I
I asked. No one ever listens to me.
What the hell? I thought I had it set up properly.
You sound good. You sound good.
Yeah, but now, not. What's going
See,
on? Wait, hang on, I need to get something.
you're fired. So I'm gonna leave Jeff in the waiting room. But if anyone else wants to come on, I'm gonna leave him there. Okay. Okay, Jeff. Are you good?
I'm good now. My microphone was good, but headset no. But I had to readjust that, so now I'm good.
So what's going on with you?
Still waiting to pin down the release of my novel. I guess for Dave, I'll fill Dave in. I've written a sapphic erotic thriller novel, and I'm gonna self-publish on Amazon.
I'm sorry. Could you? What
Two
novel?
chicks, dude. Sapphic. Sappho.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Yeah,
No.
I should have said lesbian. I don't know. I think sapphic sounds sexier, I guess.
Yeah, it also sounds, I'd say like box chower, but that wouldn't go down well.
Yeah.
Or it might go down tasty.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but anyway, I'm attempting a strategic release to coincide with the second season of Hunting Wives. I don't know if you've seen the show yet, Dave.
Oh, Dave, you got to see it. Dave, have you seen The Hunting Wives? Dave, have you seen The Hunting Wives?
No, I have not. What's it on?
Netflix.
No. Tell me about it.
What, my novel or the show?
The show. Both.
All right. So, it stars Malin Ackerman and Brittany Snow. Brittany Snow plays a woman from Boston who moves with her husband and son to a suburb in East Texas. As you can imagine, there's a lot of political differences. But she ends up finding herself attracted to the wife of her husband's new boss in that Texas town, and they have a steamy affair. All the while, a murder mystery happens, and a lot of crazy shit happens.
What do you think about that, Dave?
I mean, it sounds kind of like what's the Red Rock West? It kind of reminds me of stuff like that.
I have the cinematograph version of that on 4K,
which is really good. I mean, that sounds like good stuff. I like the fact that there's a heavy sexual component, which doesn't seem to be existing in a lot of fiction these days.
No.
Yeah, I think it's like The Hunting Wives and Heated Rivalry are kind of leading charge at the moment in terms of like sexy content. Ironically, they're both gay or lesbian stuff.
Okay.
Because you got to put down the patriarchy, man.
And Hunting Wives is really popular, like Heated Rivalry is.
I don't know if it's. I think Heated Rivalry is kind of a bit more popular at the moment because I think the audience for that show is perhaps hungrier for that
or thirstier.
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends what you're how you look at it.
Do you watch it, Rob?
I've watched Hunting Wives, yeah.
You didn't watch Heated Rivalry?
That's no. The gay hockey drama. Look, man, I'm into it. I just haven't got to it yet.
I mean, it's a really good show, and the performances are really good.
Yeah, well, I would imagine they would be.
Wait, did you see Heated Rivalry, Dave?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was popular. I was like, well, what's everyone talking about? Okay, let me check it out. It's like if it's something that is seemingly like kind of capturing, it's like I like to like see what people are either outraged about or are like talking about a lot. And it's like I don't like to be ill-informed. It's like I still hope to make movies someday, not maybe with those actors, but maybe with those actors. But it's always nice to know kind of like.
Well, you have to stay up on
and
the
the thing
pop
is-
culture zeitgeist.
Well, and the thing is like, look, Gregor Rocky's got, a new movie coming out.
Yep.
And it's like, I like his movies. It's like, I liked his series Now Apocalypse was an interesting series. It's like, I don't care if it's, gay, straight, bi, or whatever. Well, not to a point.
Well, to me, I mean,
we like Rob and I have a friend who made a really interesting movie called Love Object many years ago, Robert Parigi, which
Yep.
is about a guy in a sex doll. And it was fascinating. It's a really good movie.
It is a really good movie. And
It's
by the
just
way,
because-
I'm finally, look at this. Watch this. Hello. Took me a while
What did?
to get all three of us on the same frame.
Oh, okay.
Oh. And Signing Gear's here, so I'm gonna
someone
add
else.
him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add him to this party.
He's very pink.
So, well, I guess I also
We like
wanna,
we like things that are pink. Come on, man.
No, I know he's
Nice
got a
pink
cool.
background, yeah.
He's got a good background.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I guess I just want to add a final point. I'm still Netflix is taking their sweet time announcing when season 2 of The Hunting Wives is coming out, which is kind of annoying because I can't quite set my release date just yet. But
Okay. But
hopefully
why
it's
are
just-
you waiting for that release? Just because it's sort of a a confluence of like merging things, sensibilities together.
Yeah, like it's like if you like that, maybe you'll like this sort of thing.
How long have you been writing? And how many is this?
Hang on a second. I want to add someone else.
Sorry, is this your second book?
Introduce
or-
yourself, man.
I can't hear him.
We can't hear you.
Well, I guess to answer Dave's question, I first wrote the story as a screenplay,
Okay.
and that was just for like fun, without any desire to do anything with it. But after a couple of cancer scares over the past year, I decided I don't want to waste time. I want to do something that I want to do. So I decided to actually write into a novel.
That's awesome.
I have a second idea that's kind of in its frozen embryo stage, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I think once I get this first one out, I'll think about the second idea that I have. So,
By the way, I just want to introduce Major Chai Chai to the chat. Major Chai Chai's here. Come on, we're filling up.
No, I know it's awesome.
I don't know if we can hear you, Major.
No.
Oh, we can hear you.
She's on.
I don't see me, but I hear you.
We're not.
But
you're
you're
not loud. You're a little low.
I don't know. I've tested my microphone multiple times. I don't know why.
And we can't hear Jeff now.
Well, no, I cut Jeff off.
Oh, you cut Jeff off.
We can hear
Sorry.
Jeff. We can hear Jeff now. I have to put him back on screen. But hang on, Major. We got to get you louder.
We gotta.
And Cyan, are you? Can we hear you yet?
He's still on mute. I mean, his microphone is red in your. It's
that's
better, Major. It's majorly better.
Permission. Wait, you need permission to unmute. That's weird. Yeah, there shouldn't be any. Yeah, there shouldn't be any.
But that's because you asked permission from no one.
Wait a minute. Hang on. So come on. Now, are you here? Is it true you don't need permission from anybody?
Oh.
No, the Major's on. You're full screen.
I don't need permission. That's right. I don't need permission because I'm the major.
That's
How
that's
have you
what
been
I
doing?
like. That's what I want to hear. Yeah.
Especially, if I don't get permission, then I become the mean major.
Wow.
I take it.
Hang on. I'm going to add you this frame too. Because why not? Because I can. Because I have the power. I'm going to hang on. I'm going to put her into the frame because I can do that. Let me just reduce her image. So I'm going to add her down. Circle gets the square. Everyone, here's Major Chai Chai. Uh-oh.
Yes. Cyan dropped out.
Cyan dropped out.
Or maybe he's rebooting. Is he like rebooting to get his mic?
But who? We have someone else waiting. Who's the other person waiting?
I don't know. Hang on. I can only work so fast.
Well, you're the one who brought everyone on.
I
Get it right, man.
I'm just trying. I'm trying hard. I'm trying, Ringo. I'm trying real hard. A silly goose is here, and I'm just gonna go. So Major, you're part of the power. So you're in the frame.
Woohoo!
She's got the power.
Yeah. Well,
there aren't any new people here, are there?
Well,
it's everybody else. It's this. Not that you guys aren't lovely, but yeah.
You want new people. You want to.
We don't get new people. New people are too scared.
I'm scared. I'm scared, Master Rob. I'm scared.
They're scared to have. They're scared to come on here like they're scared to have sex these days. Is that right?
I was gonna say they're scared to come somewhere. Wherever
I think
that may be.
Side, can we hear you now? Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, but hang on. I gotta add him. I got now. There. It's doing this live it gets a little tricky.
It's your show, Bear.
It's your show. Yeah, here we go. Hang on. And it's so funny. The right, the left. Okay, here we go. I'm going to make you a little bigger. And we're going to add you to the show, man. Look, check it out. There he is.
All right.
Hey.
So now have you all... So I'm the only one. Am I the only one who hasn't seen Spider-Man yet?
It seems like it.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Talk all the spoilers. I'll just, sit here.
Yeah. I think the big thing that stuck out to me after finishing it, it's like the story very much parallels X-Men Days of Future Past and Deadpool 2. Did that ever cross your mind, anybody? The only thing missing is like the time travel element.
How so, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
Well, you have like this character who kind of acts like the villain throughout, but it's actually maybe someone that the hero is trying to save. Like Jean Grey is like Mystique or Fire Fist.
Oh God, you just ruined it for me.
Okay. hey, you said it was fair game. It's fair game. But
I was putting everyone on mute so I couldn't hear. But Rob doesn't have the little spoiler little thing on there. Spoiler discussion.
No, dude.
So I don't know.
You were the one that made the artwork for the show. It was your idea.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have to live with it.
I mean, did what I say make sense though?
I didn't hear it. I just heard Jean Grey.
I don't know if it totally made sense. I mean, the Days of Future Past problem is not. I think that the issue is different in that, but I can understand.
Well, I'm talking about like character dynamics more than anything else.
All right.
Because like they treat the Jean Grey is kind of treated as like the villain, but at the same time someone that the hero ultimately saves. And then I think it's similar with Mystique and Fire Fist as well. What do you think?
What the
I don't
Fire
know.
Fist?
Fire Fist was the kid in Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
no, that's Pyro.
No,
No,
that's Fire Fist.
The New Zealander, the New Zealander kid.
Yeah.
Julian Dennison's
He's
character.
great. He's great. What happened? Is he still doing stuff?
He's in. He's part of the Wilder people, man.
I know he's part of the Wilder people. I think is what it's called. But Silly Goose wants to get in on this.
Yeah, he's not on the screen yet.
I just, you know what? All good things come to those who wait. That's all I can say.
You're gonna make a silly goose wait.
Well, you know, some people have to wait. You know, and don't worry, a silly goose will have his day. He will.
He's unmuted. He's unmuted now, so that's okay.
No, is he unmuted now? I can't. I don't control that.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like Ash and Alien. Yes, I can hear you. But remember. All right, a silly goose joins the crowd. You guys ready? Everyone, welcome a silly goose. Silly goose, you're in the show.
Yay!
So, silly goose, have you seen X-Men Days of Oh wait, I mean Spider-Man Brand New Day.
I've seen both of those. Yeah. I really liked. I liked them both. Spider-Man was pretty good. Yeah.
What's better,
pretty
Days
good.
of Future Past or Brand New Day?
That's a great
I think
question.
I liked. I think Days of Future Past. I like that one a lot.
Shit, man.
Is it because it's got the Dinklage?
I feel like I need to give Brandon more time.
Dinklage, I mean, I don't know. It didn't feel like, you know, like it didn't feel like a demanding role for Dinklage.
No.
Yeah.
That's true.
No, yeah, it's true.
But I like the fact that he's two people in the MCU.
Right. Eitri, the giant dwarf.
I think that's a better part. I think that was a better, cooler part for him.
Eitri? Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah.
But he was really good in Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
He's just good.
Yeah, he's good.
Though I hear little people, I hear little people are angry at him.
Oh.
Other little people actors.
I have seen that too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I was hanging out with the guy who played the troll and you know, that type of.
So when are you seeing Brand New Day? You said you're seeing it tomorrow?
I'm seeing it Monday.
Monday. Got it.
Monday, 3 p.m. So
what are your expectations going into it? Like
none.
Let me hear that. None.
Just a good
Blank
time.
slate?
I try to go in with like a blank slate. I mean, except for like no expectations. You know, the thing is, I was not a Shang-Chi fan, so I'm not sold on this director. I don't necessarily think he's the problem with the movie. I think the problem with Shang-Chi for me is me. I wanted a different movie. I wanted James Bond meets Bruce Lee.
Well, that was the 70s Shang-Chi.
I wanted the 70s.
That was
and
the
I
Doug
was
Mensch,
not,
Paul Gulacy.
Yeah, I was
Master of Kung Fu.
I wanted that, and I didn't know what Shang-Chi had become because I had known only that iteration of him. So to me,
you didn't want the Crouching Tiger version of Shang-Chi.
Well,
the wuxia version.
I didn't mind that. So my look, Rob knows this too, and I've talked to him about it. My problem is I don't think the actor. I don't think he's charismatic enough to be Shang-Chi. I don't find him to be a charismatic actor in any of the other things that I've seen him in either. He just does not engage me. I would like, you know, he doesn't. So when other people are seeing the Avengers Doomsday trailer and they're seeing him versus, you know, Channing Tatum, you know, it's like, yeah,
that was a highlight for a lot of people.
Yeah, I know, and but it's like I don't get it. I don't understand his appeal.
Well, I mean that wasn't a problem for me, but yeah, I mean that scene wasn't necessarily a problem for me, but it like Shang-Chi, the whole Doomsday trailer, it didn't do anything for me.
Oh, it did for me because it definitely made me feel like, okay, it feels like, you know, back tomorrow. Like, again, I think I'm like a lot of people where it's like after Endgame, none of the stuff really, besides Spider-Man, No Way Home, probably like really hit for me that strongly. There were moments in it, but I think that's when I started to like go, everything was so inundated with superhero stuff and everything. It was just we're so flooded with the stuff. It's like there just wasn't a lot of like really like standout stuff.
By the way, I just would like to interrupt and throw out Tony Reyes send in a few tips, and he said, Rob, he sent in a $50 tip. And Tony Reyes says, Rob, I just wanted to let you know that I have a package heading your way with a few things. Ooh. It should arrive on Monday. Hope you're doing well. And did you see that Sung Kang's Drifter is premiering at TIFF? Do you think a distributor will pick it up after? So I love Tony, by the way. And by the way, he goes on to say, don't read this part out loud. P.S. If you get it. Oh, can't read that out loud. Sorry. But anyway, I love Tony Reyes, and Tony, that's very generous of you. But I would say this, I'm a huge fan of, so Sun Kang was promoting his new movie Drifter at Comic-Con. And you know, Han is my favorite character. I got to talk to the costume designer of The Drift today, and I told her, I said, Sun Kang is the man. Han is my favorite character in the whole Fast and the Furious franchise. And she's like, I love him so much. She's like, we're still friends. I still talk to him all the time. And I actually did I did during the interview, I went, Justice for Han. Who, by the way, don't give me that bullshit. They did some bullshit retcon crap. That was horrific what they did. He does not have justice. He does not have justice.
So that didn't happen.
Better.
That didn't happen in the real world.
See? No. In the movie world, did it happen? Okay?
Did it happen?
By the way, I'm right about this. Everyone's going to play this game now from now on. Did this happen? And everyone's going to have... By the way, I'm the final arbiter of did it happen. You guys can talk all you want about your movies and make all the cases you want. But anybody that's going, Return of the Jedi happened and Last Crusade happened, fuck you. No, it didn't. And I'll tell you why.
Oof.
It was the first Star Wars movie I saw in the theater. Like the first Indiana Jones movie I saw in the theater. That doesn't mean it happened. You did not know any discerning things. If someone ever tells me the Goonies happened, I will never speak to them again. Do not stop. You're the same motherfuckers that are going to say Hook happened. Hook and the Goonies never happened.
But there's great moments in both. There are. Yeah, in Hook, there's a great
Hook
moment.
Hook has an underrated John Williams score.
Well, one.
Well,
and
that's true.
There's great
under referenced.
There is great Spielberg moments in Hook.
Doesn't mean it happened.
I'm not saying that it happened.
I'm just saying. By the way, Shane Roxas I let Shane in, but Shane, we can't see or hear Shane. I don't know if Shane's a guy or a girl. I don't know anything about Shane other than I cannot see him. So Shane
or her.
I see connection problem.
Yeah, it says connection problem.
Maybe it's on his, her end.
But they have a great last name. It's like Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso.
Yeah, there you go. Or one of the characters from Internal Affairs, directed by Mike Figgis.
No one cares about that.
That movie rules, and it happened. That movie happened.
Infernal Affairs happened.
That's a different movie. That's from Hong Kong.
Which in turn lead to The Departed happening.
Yeah, but I don't think The Departed happened. I think Wolf of Wall Street happened. But The Departed, you know, are you drinking cranberry juice?
So what else? What else, guys? What else is on your?
I have one random thing I want to talk about.
Perfect.
Have you guys seen the trailer? And yeah. Rob, I've heard him. I think you tweeted about this, but I haven't heard you talk about this. And this is a movie trailer that I feel like is not getting enough talk. The movie Hope. Has anyone here seen the trailer for it?
We were just talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
I can't
really?
fucking
Dude.
wait to see this shit. It's from the director of The Wailing, Korean director. I can't. I every time I try and pronounce Korean names, they're like, "Rob, you didn't do a good job." So I don't even. I'm scared of Korean names, but this director is amazing. The Wailing is amazing. Hope. By the way, what you can't see in the trailer is Michael Fassbender and his wife Alicia Vikander play aliens. They play
I did not
aliens. Yes, they are
Holy
aliens
shit.
in the movie, and it's about this town that's being besieged by a bunch of different aliens.
Dude, that trailer was I can say fucking, right? That trailer was a fucking banger. Oh my god. I don't know if there's been another trailer in the past like 2 to 3 years that I've rewatched more. Like, it just gets you. That's a fucking trailer.
And there's stuff in that trailer that it doesn't even barely register. That's insane. I can't.
Yeah, I will say that the first trailer for that movie, because there's 2 out right now. But
Yeah, the
first
longer
one,
one's better.
I wish Hollywood would do more trailers like that, because it doesn't. I mean, you kind of explained the movie pretty well, but it really doesn't tell you much else. You know basic shit, and the first trailer just shows you a bunch of dope ass shots and cool sequences, and sign me up. Like, that's all you need to see. You don't need to see the plot. I will say, after seeing Brand New Day, like, they showed you a lot of that movie in the trailer, but it's okay. I mean, I get it. You got to market them nowadays.
Well, but I would say that a lot of that movie happens really early on. I mean,
you're right. No, that's true. That's a whole different topic.
I think I think the Hope, they did a great job, but that second trailer is a banger.
They're both bangers.
Yeah.
And just absolute bangers. Like,
I mean, that movie did really well. It can. It was a big, acquired a can. I can't wait to see it. I mean, but you're right. Those trailers, the second trailer especially, it's wild. And I think it's more. The movie turns out to be more wild. That, and by the way, 2 great Korean films. You've got Hope coming out. I think it's September, and then Colony comes out at the end of this month.
I gotta check out Colony. I'll be real. I've never heard about that until now. But
if you're watch the new trailer.
Okay, hell yeah.
From the director of Train to Busan. Never mind Peninsula. Don't watch Peninsula. But Colony is wild, man. I'm in.
The last thing I'll say about Hope is I know it's only like probably 1 second combined in the trailer, but just the moment when you see that ship crashing down, I'm just like, dude, I need to know more about that. Tell me more. Ooh.
I want to know why Michael Fassbender's playing an alien. They didn't even show him in the trailer. Or did they?
Maybe it's, or did they? That's a good point.
How about the trailer to Onslaught?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Come on.
I'm annoyed by that movie.
Really? I mean, I know the director. I know Wingard, so I'm kind of excited by his influences.
But it's is it really the sequel to The Guest?
No, it's not a sequel to The Guest. It's just
in the same universe.
It exists in the same world. But Dan Stevens is in the movie and he's not playing that part.
But it just looks to me like okay, so they've made humans into killing machines. It's Universal Soldier.
Or is it?
Well, I don't know. I hope there's a twist to it. I'm annoyed. I hate that trailer. I've seen that trailer 100 times. I hate it.
Well,
I want the movie to be good. I want it to be good.
Maybe I like the movie, but I didn't love the trailer either.
The trailer is really, they cut to when she says, when Iona, whatever, how you pronounce her name, when she asks her daughter to cover her ears, she goes, "Come get me, bitch." And then it's followed up by the word motherfucker by another character. I'm like,
yeah, but the kid wasn't there when.
But if you tell your kid to close her ears, you need to come up with some expert profanity.
But come on, man, it's the return of Reginald L. Johnson, Ben. Telling you, in a badass role.
Okay, I'm in, but
yeah,
I'm just saying that trailer.
I'm not saying
that whole premise annoys the fuck out of me. I don't know what it is about that.
It's the trailer that ends all trailers, the end all be all. I'm just like, it looks fun.
Does it?
Fun. What about the?
Yeah, it does.
What about the other mommy trailer?
That was freaky. That was really what a surprise that was.
Oh, like because it's like it starts off so pleasant, yet considering it was it starts off pleasant, but the fact that it was Jessica Chastain, like I knew it was gonna take a turn, and then it's like, yeah.
When she's
And then
under that table, like twisted around.
Yeah.
That, and I'll tell you something else. They showed us some of that at CinemaCon, and I'm all in. I love Jessica Chastain. Her manager, she has a very weird career trajectory, but oh my god.
What was the poker movie?
Molly's Game.
Molly's Game. That movie
so
fucking
good.
rules. I love that movie.
Good.
Love it. Own the Blu-ray.
Yeah. She's something. I'm surprised
she's
Marvel.
A redhead. She's my kind of redhead.
I'm surprised Marvel has not tried to grab her yet.
They have
Maybe
actually.
Maybe they have.
No, Iron Man 3. Like Iron Man 3, they wanted her.
Dude,
for
she was in X-Men Dark Phoenix
as a new character.
Yeah, she was she was the alien character.
Yeah,
she was,
I haven't seen that movie. So
it's terrible.
She was done dirty.
Yeah, and the only good part of that movie was the Dazzler.
I would never let Jessica Chastain be done dirty like she was in that film. Come on.
But she was.
Yeah.
How do you take beautiful red hair like that and turn it white? Why do you do that?
That's Simon Kinberg.
Well,
he did.
She had white hair in The Help, but I don't know if that one.
That movie's not good either.
You cover that red hair up, it's wrong no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, gents, a silly goose. What's up? What do you want? What do you want to talk about? Lay it out. Lay something on us.
A quick question. I have a question in terms of did it happen? Kingdom of Heaven theatrical cut, Kingdom of Heaven director's cut.
Dude, there's no question.
Director's cut happened.
The director's cut's the only version of that movie.
Okay. Okay. Just a quick thing. Just want to throw that out.
I don't know even why they were. That's one of the most horrible. Ridley Scott always has. He's the director with the most multiple versions of his film. That one is inexplicable why they released the theatrical cut ever.
Because it was shorter.
Test screenings didn't like long movie.
Yeah, it was disastrous.
Yeah, Ridley Scott needs a couple tries to get it right.
All right.
Sometimes.
Gladiator, as we all do when we're first starting out.
Yeah.
He wasn't first starting out.
Well, speaking of Gladiator, Gladiator 2 did not happen.
Please,
no,
I hope not.
No, it did not.
Okay, good. Okay, I was on the same page with you.
I wanted it to happen.
Yeah, that was
it didn't happen.
I know. It's like the battle sequences just felt so quick and over, and unlike the
they
first
did not
movie,
put sharks into the Coliseum.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know what you think of this one, Rob. Did Project Hail Mary happen? The movie.
Wow. Oh, that's a really. You know what?
That's a tough one. I'm gonna go no. And there's one scene that makes me say that.
I was gonna say no.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Sorry, I'll let you say something though, Rob.
No, I. First of all, it's a genius idea that you even asked the question. Well done.
Well, you're the whole reason I ever got excited for that movie, so that's a cool reason to ask you right there. But I will say, if I can dilute on it or talk about it, one scene that makes me say that though was the scene where he first sees Rocky, and remember he's trying to get his away, and then Rocky copies the movements, and it's that comedic scene where he moves forward, he moves back and forth, blah blah blah. And I know the whole theater laughed at that, but to me that was immediately what made me go, okay, this didn't happen. If that's just my opinion.
You're 100% right.
I might have explained it terribly, but if you know what scene I'm talking about,
yeah. He does the little. Yeah, go ahead.
For me, it's a different scene. It's the he's trying to get in the spacesuit, and he's just bouncing down the hall trying to get it on, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna have trouble getting into it, but I don't need to see. It's okay, that just went on way too long, and I'm like, okay, I
got you.
I think the problem with Project Hail Mary was Lord and Miller. The directors are they're comedy directors, and they improv a lot. And what you know what you're seeing. I mean, I will say Project Hail Mary is both one of my favorite movies of the year, but also probably the most disappointing. Because what I wanted from it was profundity, not humor. And what we got was a buddy cop story where Rocky was relegated to the second fiddle of the story. He was a comic foil. And what that film should have done was make us believe. We already know how to believe in the cute dog or the cute E.T. What we should have done is we should have believed in Rocky as fucking Einstein. We should have believed in Rocky as a equal or even a better than Ryland Grace. And instead, we just got him as a comedic foil. All people will remember is amaze. Like, you did the entire you did the entire race dirty by making it funny. Now, it made money and all that, but it should have been The Martian. It should have been on that level, but unfortunately they went for the comedy, and they did. Rocky was done dirty in that film because he's not an equal to Grace. He's Grace's comic foil, and that's a mistake. And they should have never. They are equals if Rocky is, if not better. And they just, once they had the language difficulty, they just used that. I get it. I understand where the comedy was going. But when I was reading the book, I didn't read Rocky that way. I didn't read him as a... I understood that while it was funny to Grace that he was saying things, this was a character from a planet that had a technology that was different, but they were equals. And that movie made Rocky his sidekick. And that was the problem I had with the film.
Agreed.
It was still entertaining.
I loved it. But it should have
But again,
been,
I haven't read the book.
been-
But I haven't read the book. So
It should have been one for the ages, and it wasn't.
you know what I watched this weekend? The brand new movie that came out on Amazon Prime. The Devil's Mouth.
Wow, what is
Shark
that?
movie. Shark movie. Shark movie
that.
meets the
Right.
Shark movie meets The Descent.
It's the cave, right? Yeah.
Which is what made me think about, I'd really like to watch The Descent again, like a good movie, like trying to be this, and then I can't because my Blu-ray didn't work. Not good. What's crazy is that director has such a fascinating career. He won this contest early on and did Cry Wolf for Universal. And then he got Kick-Ass 2, directed that, did Truth or Dare, Fantasy Island, Imaginary.
Wow.
It's like he continues to do studio level until this movie theatrically films, and yet still this one has Catherine Newton in it. It's like, Jesus. It's just sort of like, I'm kind of amazed that it's like I like, what bodies do you know what bodies are buried where or something? So how do you continue? He wrote an X Factor movie that never got made.
Was it going to be like a horror movie as well?
No. Like New Mutants? I don't think so. I hear in the chat someone was saying, have you seen Soulmate yet? It's like it's the offshoot of Megan. It's the offshoot of Megan. People
the
are going,
erotic thriller offshoot of Megan.
Yes. And
that looked terrible at CinemaCon.
And it was supposed to be theatrical and it wasn't.
That's serious.
I didn't like Megan 2, so I wasn't really interested. I'm not throwing out $20 to see it, but it's out now for those who are interested. And then there's one called Kraken, but then I hear that's a little disappointing too. The one I want to see, but I'm waiting, is Passenger.
Oh, I saw it.
Because a lot of people didn't like it in the theater, but other people I know who have now seen it since it's been like available to rent and stuff go, it's pretty good. And I
liked it, dude.
I like that director a lot.
I saw it. Yeah, I liked it. It's what's his face?
Andre Overdahl.
Yeah, who did Autopsy
Troll.
of Jane Doe.
Well, he also did Troll Hunter.
Yeah.
He also did Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
I really liked
really
it. That I saw in the theater. I saw it with Alvaro. We saw it theatrically, and I liked it.
It had that banger of a trailer that was basically like a short film, just like right at the beginning. So I'm interested in it.
No, I think it's good. I mean, it's not great, but I really liked it. There's a scene in it that's in a parking lot it's fucking great.
Okay.
That's definitely worth seeing.
Not the Jennifer Lawrence, Chris Pratt movie, Passengers.
No, but I like that movie too.
I like that movie too.
Love that movie.
I really like that movie. I mean, a lot of people at the time had like such a huge moral dilemma problem with it in the era of it, and I was like, but it's a really interesting science fiction movie. You know, I really enjoyed that movie, so I thought it was kind of cool.
I did too.
And not Passengers with, is it Anne Hathaway from like 10, 15 years ago? There's another.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think it's about a plane crash, right?
It's about a plane crash.
Yeah.
And I never saw the movie, and someone says, "Oh, you got to see Passengers. It's so good." I was like, "Let me guess. The plane crashes. They're all dead and they don't know it." I was like, "How'd you?" I was like, "Yeah."
You don't say.
I kind of figure.
I didn't see it, but I saw like clips on TikTok or something. But yeah.
I don't have TikTok.
It's like Manifest, dude.
Did you watch La Brea as well? That seems like
I did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it seems like if you watch Manifest, you got to watch La Brea.
Oh, I did.
I did. Are people? Is anyone watching? I don't have AMC. I'm waiting because I was surprised at how much I enjoyed Interview with a Vampire season 1 and 2. Has anyone watched The Vampire Lestat?
It's so good.
Is it? Okay.
You gotta watch it. First of all, that's my favorite Anne Rice book. How did Tom Cruise not make that movie? I don't know. That book is so fucking rad.
You talking about Vampire Lestat specifically?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember you said you had issue with Interview with the Vampire in terms of because you were adamant on Anne Rice's view that vampires cannot feel sexual desire. Remember?
No, I don't know if I don't know if I would say that. I think that in her books, vampirism is sexual desire is replaced with vampirism. You don't fuck, you drink their blood.
Right. Yeah, because it was like subtext in the novel, but they made it outright sex in the show.
Yeah, which was weird. But I mean, in terms of the books I like, I mean, Vampire Lestat I loved that book so much when I read it. I thought it was, I loved it. And the shows, they did a great job. Because if you're a vampire, why hide? You know, the whole point about Vampire Lestat is like, Lestat's like this. He loves being a vampire. And when in the modern age, he's like, fuck it, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm not a vampire. I'm going to be a rock star. I'm going to come out. And that's why all the other vampires hated him. He's like, he comes out and he starts a band. You know, and he plays at night, and no one suspects him, and all the other vampires are horrified. I think it's so great that he just bucked the trend and said, "Fuck it, I'm a vampire. Why should I hide? Fuck you." And that's I love that book for that reason.
But the show's really
Tom
good.
Cruise would, because they went right from Vampire Lestat to the low budget Queen of the Damned. I'm like, what brain trust thought of that? The Interview with the Vampire movie, which, by the way, is now coming out in 4K. Neil Jordan's Interview with the Vampire is great. I love that movie. I love it. And how could you not make Vampire Lestat after that? Why do you go directly to Queen of the Damned?
But they kind of combine them in a weird way. I'm not saying, but the thing is, I like Queen of the Damned. The soundtrack alone is fucking banger.
Okay, it is, but Vampire Lestat should have been way better than that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think that Stuart Townsend was a better Lestat than Tom Cruise.
Okay. Yes, I would agree with that, but Vampire Lestat never got made, and I think Tom
No,
Cruise...
but I'm saying based on that movie, I like Queen of the Damned, flaws and all.
The only problem with Tom Cruise in his entire career is he is not a movie star that women want to fuck. No one wants to fuck Tom Cruise. No, they never did.
All the right moves they did.
Yeah, that was because they were in high school, and so was he.
I'm just saying.
Tom Cruise, I love Tom Cruise. I love his movies.
You're saying
they're
he's
the
sexless?
they're the most asexual movies in the world. I mean, Eyes Wide Shut notwithstanding.
I would say his Eyes Wide Shut, like, not.
Well, what does he do in that movie? He spends the entire movie not getting laid.
Yes, I know. How are those pretzels?
Fucking great. I bought them too.
Has anyone else watched Vampire Lestat?
No.
I have not, but you guys
I've
selling
seen-
me on it. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm really curious.
I've seen the first few episodes. I had to cancel my AMC Plus subscription though. So, yeah, I didn't get around to seeing like the back half of Vampire Lestat.
I'm waiting because it'll come on to Netflix probably
Yeah.
sooner than later.
Yeah, just wait.
Now that it's all out, so.
Dude, now that I'm watching Hannibal again, the greatest show ever. God, I love that show.
Ted Lasso's the greatest show ever.
I-
The Offer's
I mean-
better than Hannibal.
So, so I've been watching Widow's Bay, or I've been.
Oh, I hear that's great.
It's great. How far are you in it?
Oh, I completed the season.
Oh, what'd you think?
We binge watched that. I will say the first episode almost kicked blocked me from watching the rest of the season. I found it. That first episode annoyed me, and I turned it off halfway through, and then somebody in the chat, Let's Get Physical Media, said it gets better. So I gave it. I gave, I said, okay, I'll give it one more episode. I watched the second episode and I was like, this should have been the pilot, not the first episode. I think they tried too hard with the comedy in the first episode. The second episode it wasn't as explicit in what was happening. So to me, it felt more engaging. It made me more curious about what was going on.
Dave, you will love Widow's Bay.
Again, when Ted Lasso 4 all airs, I will get Apple again and I will watch Widow's Bay along with Ted Lasso 4.
You'll love it. It sticks the landing.
I have to accumulate shit right now.
Did you guys see the Neuromancer trailer?
No.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I would think that's going to be really. I would think that would be really hard to adapt and really controversial with a lot of people.
Well, here's a. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say that one left me lukewarm.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'd like to hear what that sigh speaks so much.
Here's the thing.
1,000 words.
There are science fiction novels, Dune being one of them, that are foundational to the genre. Neuromancer is arguably the beginning of the whole cyberpunk movement. It came out in 1984, 2 years after Blade Runner. It has one of the greatest opening lines of any book ever written. And I don't want to paraphrase it and get it wrong, but it was like the color of the sky over the bay looked like it was television turned to a dead channel. Is the opening line of the book, and all of cyberpunk was defined by Neuromancer, but it was defined by Neuromancer in 1984. It is the most ripped off. I mean, so to do a series of it now, I mean, I get it, but people are going to look at it, no matter how good the series is, there is not one idea left that we haven't seen before. Over and over again.
Right.
I want it to be good. I do. But I don't see that there are sometimes books maybe shouldn't be adapted. That's not to say it might not be great. But
Could be.
Everything in it, I mean, it was that early idea of what the computer world was. It's both cutting edge and naive at the same time. And I'll watch it. I can't wait that they're doing it. I really wish that they'd adapted Neil Stephenson's Snow Crash instead.
They'll probably get around to it
eventually.
if this does well. I mean, God knows, it's already probably been optioned by someone.
Oh yeah. Oh, for both books, they've been. I don't think they've ever not been optioned since they've come out.
They just didn't know what to do with it. What's interesting. Oh God, what was it? There was something I was going to bring up that was going to be really good on this point. That of patience and shit. I'll remember it again. Never mind. Sorry, guys.
I have one question. This could just be my inexperience, or maybe I haven't watched enough things, but I will say, I mean, you're totally right. There's not much for it to do that's new and hasn't already been done. But what's the latest sci-fi movie that you feel like has like kind of scratched that cyberpunk itch in the last like 5 years? Am I wrong, or like there hasn't really been one in a while? Like we obviously had Blade Runner in 2017, but like since then in the live action space, have we had anything like I know we had that Terminator show. There was the Cyberpunk show that was on Netflix that was animated.
Would Dark Matter count?
My question, what was it? Dark Matter. Dark Matter.
I like Dark Matter. I can't wait to see the second season.
Is it kind of?
So I've never seen Dark Matter, but is that cyberpunky? Or
I don't know.
No, it's multiverse.
So I think that's more like sci-fi multiverse, right?
Okay.
So I guess that's my thing is like in the Matrix kind of cyberpunk, neuromancer-ish space of sci-fi, although it's been done a lot, I feel like it hasn't been done in a while. And like it is, like, I mean, I'm sure you guys can agree, we're getting a lot of good TV from Apple. So like, if anyone could do it, I feel like they could do pretty well.
I mean, consistently, Apple probably is the high watermark now, even over like HBO as far as series go. I mean,
especially genre shows, because
everything seems to be a banger on Apple in a lot of ways. I mean,
and mainly they're sci-fi shows too. I'm a huge sci-fi person. I know you guys are too.
Yeah.
For All Mankind's awesome. I'm very early on. I'm still.
Have you watched Star City yet?
Star City, I'm 2 episodes in, so I got to keep watching that. But that's also phenomenal. But my point in saying that is like they do seem to get sci-fi. They
and Foundation has gotten better and better as it's gone along.
And I've never watched Silo, but that seems to be getting a lot of praise too.
Another literary adaptation.
Yeah, of Wool. What did you guys think of The Burrows?
I never saw that.
I didn't love it.
No, but it was fun.
It was fun.
I'm glad I got 1 season of it.
I liked Murderbot.
Right, the follow-up from the Stranger Things guys, right?
Yes,
that was the Burrows.
Yeah, that was the Burrows. Here's something that
By the way, word on the street is, I'm going to say this. I'm not supposed to say this. I'm going to say it. I don't give a fuck. The Duffer Brothers won't Star Trek. That's why they're at Paramount.
Hey, it could be.
Feel about that?
Yeah, it could be worse though. It could be worse. You're not happy with where it is now. You were happy with JJ. It's like, well, maybe.
Who
I
is?
don't know, but here's the thing.
Maybe if somebody makes good Star Trek, I'll like it.
Right.
Is it Goldstein? Who's the other crew people trying to do something with Star Trek that isn't
the guys that did the Dungeons and Dragons
Dungeons Dragons movie.
Yeah,
they're writing one now.
That did well. Can't wait to see them do Star Trek. Fantastic.
But hey, it was a good movie. It was fun.
It was a good movie.
But
that's not what Star Trek means.
But again, it was heavily comedic.
To...
It was heavily comedic. So again, will that translate to Star Trek? Probably not.
Yeah.
Total off switching topic. Did any of you watch? I watched this last week. The Zack Snyder Frank Miller sit down.
No, is it great?
It's really interesting. It's really good.
I didn't hear about that.
Is that on Netflix? Where is that?
It's on YouTube. They did a talk to promote Frank Miller's new book, which I guess is sort of a manual of understanding comics in a way, then how to do comics and write comics and all that stuff. But then they talk about Frank's whole career, and then they get into the movies and the adaptations and everything else. It was really interesting.
Oh, okay.
That sounds interesting. Yeah, I gotta check that out.
So yeah, it's definitely worth checking out if you guys haven't. I just stumbled across it. I was like, oh, what's this? Zack Snyder and Frank Miller talking about, all the stuff, and it was interesting because
Snyder adapted 300.
You don't say.
Well, I mean, no, but for those people who don't know, why would Zack Snyder? That's why.
Yeah, because he was the first one. It was 300 before Sin City, or was it after?
I don't know. I want to say maybe it's before, but I don't know. Because there are multiple Sin Cities, so.
An error that may affect your connection occurred.
I just got that message too.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob, something's happened, Rob.
Rob's got that McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Well, I can see. No, I've got Frontier Fiber, man.
I don't know. I guess it's okay. I can still see everyone.
I can hear everybody.
I can hear everyone, but
everyone's good.
Everyone's video is frozen on my end.
It's
not
here.
No, I see everybody moving except Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jeff is the only one that's frozen. Jeff is frozen.
Okay, let's. I refresh. And yeah, I guess I'm the problem now.
Rob, we got a super chat. At least one that I can see.
Well, let's see what somebody has to say.
But as he's looking that up, yeah, I highly recommend look for Frank Miller, Zack Snyder sit-down discussion. It's about an hour and a half. It's really good.
Okay, I'm down.
So it's the real Thomas Logan. Oh, by the way, no, wait, let's go back. Let's go. There's a lot of super chats we've received. So.
Oh, okay.
Where is Doc says welcome. He's become an imagination connoisseur. Hard Nips Gizzardo has become an imagination connoisseur. And Foolish Shame Wiccan says
Foolish American.
Is that what it is? Foolish. That's what it is. I was thinking Wiccan. It is Foolish American. If I say it that way, will I get canceled? Foolish American. Jean Grey was so out of place in Brand New Day Discuss. I don't think she was out of place. I think what's interesting is that it ultimately ended up being her trauma counterpointed by Peter's trauma. It all worked together, and it came together in a beautiful scene.
That I will look forward to seeing on Monday.
Our friend Miss 50 and Still Metal. Says, Rob, Icons of Fright has been a joy and insightful. I'm glad you think so. I love putting it on. Thank you, great. Rob G and his team. It's really good.
It really is.
Real Thomas Logan asks, Rob, discuss Chris Columbus's unmade Deathlock film at Universal. Written by David Self, Road to Perdition, and starring RDJ, originally stated for 2025. What's to discuss? It didn't get made. I mean, by the way, I love Deathlock. My friend Mike Deathlock, who I do crisis medicine with, Deathlock is one of his favorite characters. There is no, I can tell you this. The odds of Universal making a Deathlock movie were always zero. That film would never get made. I don't care how good the script was.
But they
no
spent
way.
A lot of money to get that script made.
Never happened. Deathlock. I'd love to see a Deathlock movie. Actually, I love the character. But
and there's some really good. There's some really good like miniseries.
Really good. But Yeah, David Self. And by the way, David Self could have done a better job adapting Road to Perdition. But he's a Brit. There's things he missed. I only know that because I hear about it from Max all the time. So, yeah, it could have been better. A Silly Goose says, obligatory super chat for mentioning Hellraiser earlier.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, let me tell you, I mean, if Brian Fuller gets to make the Hellraiser verse, the Clive Barker verse, which is what he's working on, I hope it goes, man.
I do too, though it's going to be hard. Look, the challenge with the Hellraiser verse and everything is sort of like the challenge with doing a new Nightmare on Elm Street. You have an actor who is intrinsically tied to the pillar role of that universe that is too old, admittedly too old. I think what they did with the sort of reboot or offshoot of Hellraiser was really interesting.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
one?
What?
The Hulu one? Yeah.
Yes, that was the Hulu one, the David Bruckner movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's a pretty good movie. But if you want your pure Hellraiser right now, the video game is coming out.
Yeah.
And that looks pretty amazing. I mean,
and I do have to say, I have to do
our horror franchises are really being like brought back to life by the video game industry, like Halloween and Hellraiser being the two right now.
I did. By the way, I did send Brian the actual version of the Scarlet Gospels, not that bastardized version that got published.
Yeah,
you know, the one that's 1,000 pages,
1,400 pages.
Yeah, I'm like, don't even read this bullshit. The one that got published.
On the subject of Brian, like you were talking, was it the last time you had a Robservations? There had been the mention of Akira and Christopher Nolan directing, and I sent in a chat saying, like, no, Nolan doesn't have the whimsy or to do Akira.
I agree.
But I was thinking about the other day, and I thought Brian Fuller could do Akira.
He could. You know what? I don't know if he'd ever want to.
Is Akira really something that's meant to be live action?
I don't think so, man.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. But if I want somebody to do it,
I don't think it's big enough now either. I don't think it's big enough in today's consciousness in public about
it is getting re-released next month theatrically, but
people are hyped for that.
But there hasn't been like anything new from it. It feels like a He-Man situation, doesn't it? Or
well, not quite He-Man, but I know what you're saying with that.
Well, the problem is, it's totally a cult niche thing that got it really began into the explosion of anime in America. You know, it was a gradual thing, but by the time Akira was 88, and then it expanded, by the time you got into the early 90s, Sailor Moon was conquering the world, and suddenly girls had anime. It was really because of Akira, but nobody was...
I guess the thing is, it all depends on what you do with it. Because it's like the mainstream had no idea what One Piece was, and that's a massive hit.
Yeah, but One Piece already had a huge following as a manga in Japan.
Yeah, but I think Akira
and the animated series has been going on forever.
That's true. I'm just saying that it could,
I also think that the thing with Akira is, like, I have the box manga set. The manga is so much more in depth and so much more realized. The movie is such a truncated version of what the story is. I love the movie, but if you read the manga, you'll never go back and you'll never watch the film and feel satisfied. So it'll be interesting to see what people think of it. It looms so large over animation or anime that I feel that there's a lot of people that watch it and it's just not their thing, because Akira is not typical anime. It's really serious. It's not whimsical at all. It deals with really heady sci-fi concepts and the whole post-apocalyptic. It's really serious and adult. And I think that anime is more K-pop Demon Hunters, even though it's K-pop and
very
it's not real anime.
and very R-rated and very R-rated.
Yeah, but I mean, I think people want what is it, Vegeta and Dragon Ball and Attack on Titan. They don't. Akira is like this hardcore sci-fi political treatise, and it's not. It's so not what anime is, if that makes any sense.
Let's talk about something that has been anime that's going to blow the doors off everything come this fall.
Says you.
And it's totally metal. And it's Street Fighter. Wow, you guys are really with me here with that one. Come on.
Dude, I want the Devil May Cry movie or the Onimusha movie.
Come on, Street Fighter looks like a blast. No.
Looks alright.
It's going to be this fall's Master of the Universe. Is that what you're saying?
My name's Jeff. I mean, I don't know. That was not directed to you, Jeff.
Yeah. I know the reference.
I mean, I'm just thinking, come on.
It doesn't look awful. How can anyone say Street Fighter looks awful? It looks fun. People are so... Jeez.
But fun from long ago.
I mean...
It looks better than Mortal Kombat 2 was.
Yeah. I am sort of interested in Street Fighter because it has the same actor that played the son in Bullet Train. Right?
All right.
And so I liked his performance in Bullet Train, so that has made me curious about Street Fighter, but the other stuff around it, and when they announced Jason Momoa, I was like, I don't know.
Oh, but it actually looks like, even if he's all CG, it actually looks like he's acting more than he did in Supergirl.
I can give you that.
Okay, good. Mortal Kombat 2, sorry, so someone was like, Mortal Kombat 2 was awesome. It's like, no, it wasn't. It was
but do you really want to see that in this day and age?
I want to see Street Fighter, not Mortal Kombat. Do I want to see any of them? Yeah, I just want to see fun kung fu movies. Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
You have the Ninja box set in 4K. Don't tell me you don't know what I'm talking about.
I do,
right.
But there's something more pure about those movies.
Oh.
The Sam Furstenberg low-budget ninja movies made for Canon. Watching this stuff, it's like, Do we need it? Do we?
We don't. What do we need, guys? All right.
We need great stories well told.
How do you know it's not a great story?
Because it's
How
not.
Do you know?
It's an adaptation of a video game. By definition, there's not a real complete story there. You have to mix and match and add and take away.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be good. It might be fun. I was surprised at how awful Mortal Kombat 2 actually was.
It was terrible.
I was excited to see it. I'm like, what the fuck? I sat there. I was like, what?
Oh, Deadpool variant. There is a Tekken live action movie. Isn't there 2? Don't we know someone, Rob, who's connected with the Tekken live action movies that were made?
I don't.
I mean, you knew someone connected to them. I knew someone who was connected to the Tekken live action. I think there's 2 of them that were made. Jeez.
This isn't a fighting game movie, but it is a fighting movie. Did you guys see The Furious?
No,
I've been wanting to see it.
I did.
I do want to see it. I do want to see
It was a fucking awesome experience.
That was
And I
fun.
have the 4K already from Lionsgate Limited.
Oh, you really? Can you get the Descent? No.
I have the Descent too.
No, can you get the first one? I don't care about the Descent 2. I saw that in the theater. Whew. Oh, I saw part of
Dave,
it.
I'm going to turn over the control. No, yes, Dave.
I have no control. I have no control. You're just putting me in there like to be the okay. Go because go drain the main vein.
Oh, I will. Don't you worry, son.
All right.
But I'm just telling you that hey. I am giving you the, what do you call it? The order? The what? The what?
I don't, you have total control, total power.
Oh, I've been waiting to hear that for so long.
All right. There was a lot. Yes, there was a live action Double Dragon movie. Yeah, a friend of ours co-wrote that. That was not good.
Yeah,
that was not good.
But because of your writer friend or because of the studio?
Probably the studio.
That's fair.
I would hope, but who knows?
Well, no, I mean that happens. I even talked to Rob about this. You saw Send Help from Sam Raimi?
I did see Send Help.
Yeah. How familiar are you with the writers of that particular movie?
Very.
Yeah.
I know. I've met them. I've hung out with them.
Yeah, because and you would say the writing for that movie was pretty sharp?
No.
Oh.
I think the writing in that movie was serviceable for what it needed to be.
Really?
Send Help was an entertaining movie. I don't think it was great. It's certainly not great Raimi.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, because the previous movie, well, I mean, even still, like, it felt like a movie written by them, but the previous movie that they were credited on, I don't know the total amount of writing they've done, but the last movie they were credited on was the Baywatch movie, which was a blatant hack job.
Oh, you mean not the Freddy versus Jason or Friday the 13th remake that they wrote as well?
Well, I mean,
they wrote those as well. They wrote those as well.
Yeah, I know they wrote those, but their previous one,
I didn't see Baywatch.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to.
Oh, good. Thank God. Because I'm really waiting for the reboot series to happen this year. So
well, it wouldn't matter who wrote that movie, considering they treated it like a hack job anyway. So
look, their studio writers, they're getting shit made. What can I say? Send Help was fun, but it's not like peak Raimi, right?
Sure.
Hello.
Yeah, sure.
It's fine for a watch. Do I need to like study it and watch it over and over again?
What we need is we need new stories, new things. I mean, the recycling. My problem with the recycling of all these IPs, the IPs when they hit were of their time. They were as much a part of the time that they came out as when the people that were watching them were living. And to resurrect 30 or 40-year-old IPs today is inherently to make something not work. Because you're asking these IPs to work the same way they worked in the 70s or 80s, but they were intrinsically tied to the time in which they were made. So we become fans of all these IPs, but like RoboCop debuted in 1987. Next year he's going to be 40 fucking years old. So is RoboCop's vigilante style of justice still in form today? Or can we look back at it and relegate it to the great time of history? Or do we have to like resurrect some robot fighter who's going to go in and do what we've already seen him do on multiple occasions? What are we going to see?
Yeah, that's fair.
What do we want? What's coming down the pike? Everybody wants to see things that they already know represented. I'm like, my God, I've seen all this a million times. Give me something new. Bring it to me.
I agree. And you have to do, and the thing is, if you're going to approach one of these things, perfect example of how to, I think, how to approach these decades old properties is Godzilla -1. You're doing something you're doing something different, but you're still giving the people what they want.
Yeah. But is that all that matters?
Right?
Because the people don't know what they want.
Well, no, but what I mean is you're giving them Godzilla. You're just giving it in a different way and in a more emotional way and not a cheesy way. And I think that's the thing. And, you know, especially when you're talking about, like, look, when you're talking about, say, Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th or Texas Chainsaw, I mean, it's like, again, what's interesting at this point is the filmmakers that they're going to get attached to it. Like, is Curry Barker, like, Obsession couldn't be farther away from Texas Chainsaw. So is it interesting what he's going to do with it or not? You know, to me, it's much more interesting than, like, well, what are they going to do with the RoboCop series that they just announced?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what are you going to do? Because are you going to be really going to get better than the original movie? At least with Friday the 13th or something, you have all the opportunity to just go up, to be better. So
yeah, I think I saw a tweet of somebody saying, like, you know, why are we remaking good movies when they're good as they are? We should try to
make shitty movies with cool ideas.
Exactly.
Yep. What's a crappy movie that you really like that has a cool premise that you would want to see remade?
Well, this was actually already, I think this was already starting to be developed. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
But that came from a great source.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's kind of that. Ghost Rider's not a great movie based off a pretty popular comic.
Yeah.
It depends on what area you're going for. The Danny Ketch version was better than the original Johnny Blaze version.
Sure.
True.
But I mean, when it comes right down to it, give me a great story with great characters. Don't just, they're cherry picking a list of characters, like Ryan Gosling wants to play Ghost Rider, so they just give it to him and they make the Ghost Rider show. Well, how much resonance is that going to have on the world stage? I don't think much.
I mean, I have to see what they do with it. But yeah, is there any other like things that are like, oh, this is really crappy, but the idea is kind of cool that I would love to see?
Ooh, Westworld.
The show was really good.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, season 1 and 2 were really good, but people don't look back at that show the way they look back at, like, Sopranos or look back at Breaking Bad or other HBO shows, I would argue. People kind of look back at that show and go, yeah, it was good, but then it became terrible. That's what most people I've heard say. But don't get me wrong, season 1, one of my favorite seasons of a show ever, but I heard a while back a rumor that someone was saying that Spielberg might be working on the new movie that they're doing, which I hope isn't true, but point being, I hope to see a new Westworld.
Jesus, who would have ever thought we would have reached a day where it's like, I hope Spielberg isn't working on that.
Yeah, I know that might have sounded
I mean, it's just sort of crazy to think about.
I don't. After Disclosure Day, I truly don't.
Oh, God.
Maybe I'm wrong for saying that, but hey.
Emily Blunt's character is just like, why won't she just tell her boyfriend what's going on? Like, why is she being so... It's like she could have saved herself so many problems if she was more forthcoming with her boyfriend. Oh, and then I saw like someone showed like this tracking shot of Josh O'Connor, like sneaking across the field. It's like, oh yeah, it's a cool tracking shot, but it's like it's poorly staged because how the fuck are the bad guys not seeing this guy?
Yeah.
Dude, he was like stomping around through the tall, like dry grass. Nobody saw him. I was like, oh.
There was no tall, dry grass. There was just that fence with no. Oh my god.
That was a yeah.
That was bad.
Someone should have seen him for sure.
Yeah.
So are we just talking about movies or TV shows?
I don't even know what we're talking about.
So
It's a cornucopia of everything now.
Because for me,
what album would you have redone?
Well, that I don't know, but I was thinking of the Harry, like the Harry Dresden Files.
Right. Yeah. The Harry. Yes. The Harry. That's right. The Dresden Files. Yes.
They Sci-Fi had like this horrible season of it, and
oh yeah,
that needs to be redone.
No, it does. It's great. Stubble McShave gave me all those books.
Could we get? Is there a way to get Hitchhiker's Guide and do it really well?
I don't know. That's a tough one too.
They've tried over the years.
Yeah, that's a tough
or
one.
Look, we can't get a good Terminator movie.
No. Now you're depressing me.
Dark Tower. It's like, do we need it? It's like, okay, perfect. Rob, you were at Comic-Con and they premiered the new trailer for Carrie, the series.
Which I saw look good.
No, I'm like, who cares? That's the
real question. They've adapted it how many times already?
Yeah,
we already
you're
know
not going to get better. You're not going to get better than De Palma's. It just is not going to happen.
I know. And then
he's going to do The Mist.
Well,
why? What's the point? You've had a TV series that did it poorly. You had the movie that did it well. What's the point?
Well, I don't know.
Stephen King is the worst. The worst of this is like, let's redo it over, and we'll just keep doing it. We'll just keep doing it until we'll get it right this time. It's like Brian Fuller was going to do Christine. You really going to do something that's better than Carpenter's? Really, considering what the book is.
Well, speaking of Stephen King, I'm going to be spending a couple days at the Stanley Hotel,
Colorado.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Estes, Colorado, where they filmed the original Shining.
You mean the Kubrick Shining? That one?
Was the book. It was the place where he was inspired to write the novel.
Right, that one is the Stanley Hotel. Yeah. Which I hear is cool.
Yeah.
Though I know a lot of people who get there and they get elevation sickness.
It's high up. It's fun.
Yeah. Well, I already live in Colorado.
Are you
although
going?
I don't know if I fully adjusted to the elevation in Colorado, though.
Are you going there for a particular reason, or just to go?
Just going. Yeah,
that's
just
cool.
With family, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They used to have the Overlook Film Festival there. They don't anymore.
Well, speaking of film festivals, Sundance is moving to Boulder. I think, for next year.
Can't say that's a surprise.
No. Well, I hear they can't just they just can't. Much like Comic-Con, they can't handle the mass of people that go.
No.
What do you think, Rob? What do you think? I mean, you were there. What do you think they're going to do? Is Comic-Con going to make changes? Do you think they're going to move? I mean, they should.
I don't think they are. I think San Diego is such an intrinsic part of Comic-Con. I don't think that they're going to move. I mean, going to Vegas, it would kill the whole vibe. I don't think they will. But the problem is it's become so overpriced. Look, everyone is sticking it to the man now. Everybody wants to get as much money as they can possibly make. And how do families get to go?
Right, and the lottery just to get a hotel room is just a nightmare. It's a
nightmare.
It's not even like something that I even try to do anymore because, you know, 6-7 miles away you can get a hotel. It's like the whole point was I can walk from the Hyatt or the Marriott right there. I'm right there.
Yeah, it's just too expensive for what it is. I don't know. I've been watching this creep now for 30 decades, and I don't have an answer. I really don't. So,
because it would be amazing to get a bunch of all the old guard to actually come together as one for one last hurrah there.
Yeah,
but it'll never happen.
No.
We had amazing times at Comic-Con.
Oh, it was, yeah.
To everywhere, where every year that I don't go, part of me like pines for it. So like,
yeah, but it's just not the same, man.
Right.
It's different. It's just different.
Everyone's fractured. Everyone's so split off. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of people that we know who were down there. And how many did you actually see?
Oh, that's the big problem. I used to see everybody. Now I can't see. Nobody knows where to go. There's no epicenter where everybody meets.
When did the Starship Smackdown at Comic-Con stop?
It's never stopped. We did it this year.
You did it this year?
Yeah, we've done it every year since 2001, I think.
It's amazing.
Dude, it's ridiculous. It's not good. It is not good. Well, gents, I have to go to sleep. I have to get up early. Again. I got to go do a show tomorrow with Dieter.
Dieter, who's been up and joining us in the chat at least.
Well, the question is Dieter the last Boy Scout? That's the question.
Is he?
We're going to answer tomorrow. I don't know. Can he be?
What a cliffhanger you're leaving this on.
Well, it's a Dieter hanger. And if you join in on Let's Get Physical Media tomorrow at 11, you can find out if Dieter's the last Boy Scout.
All right.
So.
Well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Well, I want all of you. I want to thank all of you for coming on, everyone. This was fun. This
Thank you
great.
for having us on.
Of course, we got to talk more later. We should just do one day. I'm just going to do an all Imagination Connoisseurs show and just have everybody come on.
Love that.
But I need to go to bed. I've been so discombobulated taking care of the dogs and working on the book and all this stuff.
Well,
so all of you,
thanks, guys.
If anyone wants to plug anything, now's the time.
I can't plug my novel yet, obviously, but I'll let everybody know when that.
Can you plug the title?
Yes, Entrapment, not to be confused with the
Sean Connery movie.
Correct.
That's a good movie.
It is. I like the book too.
So that's a movie. Is that a movie that happened though?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, it's a good question. I think it did.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it did. I have to watch it again, but I think it did.
All right.
Good question, though.
So anything to plug? This is your last words tonight.
I am good.
He's good.
I'm good.
Okay.
It's good to be here.
All of you folks, Major Chai, anything to plug?
I'm going to be out your way in a couple of weeks.
Again? You might get to see him this time.
No. I'm going to be in San Diego, and
he's close.
Yeah, I'm only 2 hours away. Closer than Vegas. I'm supposed to go to in a couple days.
I've already texted you the details, dear.
I know.
Yeah,
but that was a long time. You guys are making plans months out. I don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow.
That is my nature, Robert.
That's what people do, Rob.
Planner, and it was you plan things out, and you alter them as the situations force you to change them.
Have you guys hung out in person before? You guys have hung out in person before, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
At
good.
Comic-Con and
good.
Yeah.
She's a delight. She's a delight.
She is a delight.
And you should forward the information to Dave so he can come down.
Yeah,
I will do that.
I'll get down there probably faster than you when I'm farther away.
Hey now.
But yeah, Sonny's coming down, and I'm not sure Corey is, and
He'll come down.
I've got a place for them to crash if the partying goes too late. So the same for you guys.
Well, when Castle Grayskull comes down, you let me know. Then I'll be there.
All right.
Oh no, you've thrown the gauntlet now.
I've thrown the gauntlet, but she's not here, so it's
she already went to bed.
She went to bed.
Oh well. All right, everybody. Well,
all right.
I'm going to end this show and go to bed myself.
All right.
This is fun, Dave. Thanks for bringing it up, and all of you, thanks for showing up, and all of that.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Keeping it metal, fellas. Keeping it metal.
All right.
All right, everyone. I will see you all. Let's see. We have to end this show. Well, I will see you all later. Dave, yes, thank you for making a graphic, and I'll see you guys
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Indeed.